the Hershey Park Stadium. It's the PIAA State East Championship Game 3A. The champions of District 1, Strath Haven, 13-0. The champions of District 3, Lower Dauphin, 13-0. Just two of only 6 teams remaining in the state at 13-0. I'm Gordon Blaine from Sports Fever Magazine, joined by Ford Chapman, the coach. What an incredible sight this is here. That's the lights over at Candy Lane, one of our prime sponsors of prime time playoff football. Coach Chapman, can't get any better than this. East Championship football, the Final Four, the winner here comes back next Friday night to play for a state championship.
We have one team that's used to being here, used to playing on this field because they come to states. The last 3 years, they've won 2 out of the last 3. They have an incredible regular season winning streak, and the other one's obviously used to playing here because this is their home field. And both teams, as you mentioned, undefeated, and we should be in for a whale of a contest tonight.
Strath Haven has been an unbelievable team, dominant throughout the last 5-6 years. They've got those current longest winning streak in the regular season. I think it is at 64 now, 64 straight regular season victories. Get this stat, they've won 93 of their last 98 games, 35 of them by shutout. So it's a team known for its speed. Some of the fast players they have, Keith Davis, Lenny Carter, who by the way won't play tonight because of a concussion he suffered in last week's win over Pittston. But he'll be replaced by another speedster, John Durnell. Their trademark has been speed, but don't forget this, they run a wing tee and they run power football, and that's still what gets them here. That still is what gets them into state championship games.
I think the difference you're going to see with this Strath Haven team compared to Lower Dauphin's last opponent, which was Blue Mountain, both run the wing tee offensively, but Strath Haven has more weapons and they utilize the wing tee. Although we saw a Blue Mountain quarterback that was very aggressive and ran the ball well, Strath Haven has the ability to utilize a little bit more speed and a little bit more of a passing game to their advantage. They've done it in the past, and they're going to look to do it tonight in an effort to get back into the state finals next week.
Question always at this time of the year when you come to Hershey Park Stadium, a great facility. We had snow in the middle of the week. How's the field look? Well, the field was tarped, was covered. As the snow fell, they brushed it off right away. They left the tarp on, took it off late this afternoon, on Friday afternoon before kickoff, about 4 hours before kickoff. Believe it or not, it is in great shape. Walked out on it. The footing seems to be there. It's dry. I know I talked to both coaches. They seem pretty satisfied. They feel pretty good about the conditions. There you see the Falcon cheerleaders, and expecting a pretty good crowd from the Lower Dauphin side. This is their home field, but Strath Haven, it's like a home field for them as well. We talked with Coach Clark and Coach Clancy. When we come back, we'll chat with them. Primetime playoff football coming up. The Eastern Championship, Lower Dauphin Falcons and Strath Haven Panthers.
Saturday night football. Call 975-9000 and ask about DSL, ISDN, website development, website hosting, and server co-location. For more information, log on at www.pa.net.
Hershey Park Stadium, PIAA AAA championship game here in the East between the Strath Haven Panthers from District 1 down in Wallingford and the Lower Dauphin Falcons here nearby Homelstown, just 5 minutes away from the stadium, as the Strath Haven band, actually the Lower Dauphin band, is on the field right now. We talked to Coach Clark when the teams arrived about 2 hours before game time, and then visited with Kevin Clancy. Coach Clark said he's actually more nervous than he felt his team is. I think that's a good sign when your players are relaxed and confident. Let's hear what he had to say about the Falcons as they get ready for the Strath Haven Panthers. Just 4 teams, the Final Four is pretty elite company.
Yeah, this has been an amazing experience. We're having a lot of fun with it. We feel fortunate, but we also want to get after it. We're hoping that we're positioned to today go after a ball club that Strath Haven has just built an outstanding program, something that we'd like to mirror over the next year or two and develop that same type of attitude for them.
Mood of the team coming into this big game here on your home field.
They're excited. They had a great week of practice. It's a loose bunch. I think I'm more nervous than they are, and they're ready to get after it. I'm very pleased with them.
All right, thank you very much. What a great job Coach Clark has done, Coach Chapman, with this football team to get them here 13-0 in his first season. I kind of like when the coach is nervous and the players are relaxed.
There you go. Once this game gets started, though, Coach Clark, his nerves will settle down and he'll be fine. They got a big test in front of them because Strath Haven, as I mentioned, is so used to being here, and they expect to go to the next game, which is the state championship. And they've won a couple of them, and It's just confidence, and having been here before means so much. You see it at the college level and the pro level all the time, and it carries over. Here at high school, it's the same thing, but that doesn't mean Lower Dauphin is not very capable of winning this football game.
Well, Kevin Clancy has demonstrated and proven that he's one of the top coaches in the state of Pennsylvania. What an incredible record he's compiled at Strath Haven. They won 2 state championships. They lost last year to Tyler Palco in West Allegheny. They're looking to get back and try to get 3 out of 4. They came in here after a big win over Pittston, and Coach Clancy, you can see it, you can hear it. They're confident. They feel pretty good about their chances tonight.
Nate, where's your club right now? Well, we're feeling good about how we're playing right now. We've had some tough contests within the district, and then, of course, up at Pittston last week. So we're excited about how we're playing, but we have a tough opponent tonight, and we need to be on our game.
How important has speed been to your football team's success this year?
Well, I think it's one of the things that's really helped us. We do have some speed. It helps as much on defense as on offense, to be able to run down our mistakes at times. So, yeah, we have some quickness, and, our line's been playing well as well.
You've played Manheim Central in this game a number of times, and now it's a Lower Dauphin. Any similarities, any differences?
Oh, I think there's similarities in that they're both real well-coached football teams. They don't turn the ball over much. They really execute on offense and defense. So it's a real quality opponent, which you're going to get at this time of year.
Hershey Park Stadium as the folks foul in for this big AAA Eastern Championship game. It's the Final Four. The winner here plays the winner of Perry and Hopewell. Perry, the champion of the Pittsburgh City League, and Hopewell, the champions of the WPIAL, and of course Perry unscored upon. So the winner's back here next Friday night for the state championship game. We've got more when we return to this state final.
Hosting and server co-location. For more information, log on at www.pa.net.
Candy Lane here at Hershey Park Arena, Hershey Park Stadium, and of course the PIAA AAA Eastern Championship game between Strath Haven and Lower Dauphin. And we got a special guest, a guy who's been here many a times. His team's won still a record, 4 straight AAA state championships. The one and only legendary, the winningest coach of all time in the state of Pennsylvania, Coach George Curry. He joins our sideline guy tonight, the one and only Rick Liner from Eyewitness News. Rick, take it away.
All right, thanks very much, Gordon. It's great to be here for this AAA Eastern Final between Strath Haven and Lower Dauphin here at Hershey Park Stadium. I am in the midst of greatness right now. The all-time winningest coach in high school football, George Curry, Berwick High School, with me right now. You've been involved in a lot of these football games. What's the feeling like?
Well, you can't beat it, Rick. It's what you dream about, and I just think it's hey, this is what it's all about. 2 undefeated teams, 2 teams that set goals in the beginning of the year, and here they are, both undefeated, playing for the Eastern Championship. And I think when you have that, you just can't beat. You can't beat that feeling you have, and it just goes to show you the game is played between the years. You can take, I'm sure, the Lower Dauphin beginning of the year. I don't think people ever in their wildest dream felt that they would be playing at this date. But here they are. With every win, they got more confident. They believe in themselves, and I don't care what history shows. I mean, Strath Haven's been here many times before. And of course, they got ambushed last year here. They come down a little bit complacent, and I'm sure they're going to try not to let that happen again. But I think a team like this, Lower Dauphin, boy, undefeated teams have a special aura about them. There's something special about them, and you have 2 of them here, so you can forget all history and everything in the past. It's going to come down to these 48 minutes, and once they tee it up, it's going to come down to what's inside.
They call Lower Dauphin the men of miracle. They call Lower Dauphin the miracle men. But what do you say to these young kids as a coach? Because they've got to be nervous. The butterflies have to be turning. What do you tell these guys to try to just settle them down so they can play good football?
Well, we have a saying in our program. We've always said this for 36 years that I've been in Berwick, or 32 years in Berwick. If you work hard, good things will happen to you. And then there's another one that goes with that. You win championships with championship people. And I think both teams live by those same models, okay? If you work hard, you're both coming in. I'm sure Coach Clark is telling his kids, hey, look, guys, we didn't get here because we're a bunch of slouches. We got here because we worked pretty darn hard. And with every win, we're believers, and we believe in ourselves. And they're championship kids. I mean, they have it, or they wouldn't be 13-0. And I'm sure Kevin's telling his kids the same thing. They've been here numerous times. It's like a heavyweight fight. I mean, you just say, let's focus in on the first half. Let's play hard. Let's keep it close. Try to get up on one. Play hard. Play our best game. Let it all on the field here today. You got 8 more quarters of football left in the season. Let's get these 4 and then worry about the next 4, but let's get these 4 first.
You talked about you've been here 32, 33 seasons at Berwick. You know what it's all about, but Coach Clark, this is his first year. How special is it for him, and what kind of great job has he done with the Lower Dauphin Falcons?
Well, you know, Rick, sometimes first impressions go a long way. You know, I've always said this. I remember when I took my job my first year in Berwick, we won. That set the tone. I think he's done the same thing right here. He set the tone. He put Lower Dauphin on the football map. Right now they look at him, they believe in him, his kids believe in him, they all believe in each other, they feed off each other. That program's for real. He's done a tremendous job, and I look for a good ball game tonight.
Any predictions?
Well, my daughter films my daughter is the camera lady for Lower Dauphin, so I'm hoping she has a happy day.
He is one of the best, if not the best, high school coach you'll ever want to find, George Curry of Berwick High School. Gordon, let's go back up to you.
All right, thanks, Rick. Thanks, Coach Curry. We're going to take another break. We come back. We're going to look at some stats between these two teams, the Penn State Orthopedics special top 10 feature, and also we'll take a look at tonight's games across the state. We're at the stadium, the big one coming up. And the Falcons have taken the field, getting ready to kick this thing off just a couple minutes away. We want to quickly go over what the stats look like. The Penn State Orthopedics top 10, of course, the final was up last week, so they're going to bring us the stats. And you can see Lower Dauphin there with 30 points a game. Pretty good offensive stats with 340 yards per game. Most of that, of course, rushing, led by Clint Fackler, the playmaker, Matt Ruffiner, and, of course, the 2 wideouts, Chris Albright, Max Bartable. They get a lot of touches, and they make a lot of things happen. Taking a look at the Strath Haven numbers. There's the Falcons getting ready to, they're huddling up, getting ready to charge out on the field. Let's take a look at those Strath Haven numbers. Strath Haven, one of the top teams in the state in terms of winning ratio, just allowing 6.6 a game. Their big guy is Keith Davis, 1,197 yards. Dan Connors, the All-American junior, and he's going to have a lot of touches as well. Pretty good-looking quarterback, and Rodney Turner. And there's your Penn State Orthopedics stat numbers. Panthers warming up on the sidelines here at Hershey Park Stadium. The field looks great. I think both teams are in pretty good shape. The only guy that we're going to be missing today, let's take a quick look at these matchups. In the 4A Final Four, North Penn, Parkland. That game, the winner will play the winner of Woodland Hills and Altoona, being played Saturday night. Lower Dauphin, of course, Strath Haven here. They'll play the winner of Perry and Hopewell. A big matchup. Perry unscored upon all year, 13 straight shutouts, going for a national record. Mount Carmel, what a great season the Red Tornado had against Northwestern Lehigh. They'll play the winner of Seton LaSalle and Forest Hills, the Western Final in 2A. And there's your single A, Southern Columbia, Schuylkill Haven, and then Rochester, Bishop Carroll, Rochester defending state champion. We'll take our final break. We come back, we'll have the kickoff of the PIAA State AAA State Championship here in the East.
Rick Liner back at Hershey Park Stadium. The kickoff is underway here between Strath Haven and Lower Dauphin for the AAA Eastern Final. And I'll tell you what, this may be a home game for Lower Dauphin because they know what Hershey Park Stadium is all about, because they know this field, they know the field conditions, and they also know what this wind can do. So it may be an advantage for the Lower Dauphin Falcons. On the other hand, if you talk about Strath Haven, they've gone 93-6 since 1995. So Strath Haven just doesn't know how to lose, but that's why they play the football games, and we're playing it right now. Gordon, let's send it up to you in 4.
Strath Haven 1st and 10 from the 28. They go to the big fullback, Dan Connor. He fumbles the football. Ball's on the ground, and it looks like the Panthers have recovered. He rumbles for 10 yards, but the Panthers recover their own fumble. Here's the Panthers starting lineup. Quarterback Rodney Turner doesn't throw the ball a lot, but when he does, he's effective. Lenny Carter's going to be not playing tonight because of a concussion. The guy that returned the opening kickoff, John Durnell, will be in his place. 5 pretty good offensive linemen right there. They're going to measure here for the first down.
Lower Dauphin's defense, Jim Page, the defensive coordinator, they saw this exact same style last week with Blue Mountain on the same field, except the lead belly that time went for 10 yards rather than about 1 or 2. The big thing at the end of that carry was a fumble and nearly a turnover. That's what Lower Dauphin has to do to stay in this football game. If you remember, Gordon, 7 years ago in Altoona in the state championship in Quad A, Lower Dauphin, the upstart team that got there against Penn Hills, they took advantage of every opportunity presented them. They returned a kickoff for a touchdown. They also had that trick play right before half. They bounced it on the turf. It was a double pass, and they were tied at 14, even though they were dominated statistically. This Lower Dauphin team is going to need to take advantage of every opportunity that presents itself, especially here in the first quarter.
They didn't get the first down. They're about an inch short. The wing T, Rodney Turner, the quarterback. Big Dan Connor, the fullback. He rumbled for 9 there. He's in the backfield with the speedy Keith Davis. Tight set. This is Davis. And there's Clint Fackler. Got in the way of the blocker. And that time, Dan Connor, the guy with all the clippings, didn't get a body on the corner. And it's some pretty good defense. Eric Carlin is our U.S. Army Athlete of the Week. What a great season he's had on both sides of the ball.
Both those defensive ends, Gordon, do a heck of a job.
Blue Mountain couldn't block Jason Robinson last week. And there's Fackler going both ways. What a key player. Chris Albright, Max Bartleball. These guys are athletes and make plays.
The two inside guys, Espen, Shade, and Dell, are really going to have to get it done against this wing T. Here comes the old Woody Hayes full house backfield.
3rd and 1. Ball's on the 37-yard line. Give it to the big fullback, Connor. He's stuffed in the line of scrimmage, but second effort, he gets across to the 40 and gets a first down. Connor got stuck in the line of scrimmage, but then he powered his way for 2 yards. First down, Strath Haven on 3rd and 1.
What you could expect to see from this Strath Haven offense with quarterback Rodney Turner. He's a first-year starter as a senior, but he has a lot of elusiveness, and he's supposed to mix up the run and the pass pretty well, and that should help the Strath Haven offense.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line for the Panthers. First down on their first 3 plays. This is Durnell, a replacement for the speedy Lenny Carter, and on that halfback sweep play, he gets about 7 yards.
That's all it was. It was a buck sweep to the wing, the basic play out of the wing T. They run to the strength and picked up a good 6 yards on the play, and with losing Carter can really hurt Strath Haven, but if this guy number 3, Durnell, can come in and pick up yardage, it's going to be a big plus for them and keep their offense rolling. That's what a wing T wants to do, Gordon, right now. Get in the second and medium to short range. You can really work your offense. Here's an unbalanced line to the right.
Second down, about 4 at the 46. This is the halfback. That's Davis, pretty speedy little Keith Davis.
That was a lead
he's got a
sweep.
first down.
Lead sweep on the play, Gordon. When I mentioned unbalanced line, the tight end and the split end to the right there. You can see the tight end on the edge of the screen. The split end, the wide receivers to the same side. They also have a wing to that side. And it's just putting more guys on one side of the field and forcing the defense to adjust to it.
That was a crunching block by Connor on the defensive end, Watts. I mean, he just blew him out of there, and it gave Davis the room for the first down. 1st and 10, Strath Haven, 2 first downs on this series. Now they're at the Lower Dauphin 47. This is the wing back with the handoff coming around. He's got a first down. The wing back there, it's Phil Atkinson. Phil doesn't get a lot of touches, but here he does. Atkinson came in with just 224 yards on 33 carries.
This is the jet sweep, Gordon, that we see Mannheim run. Lower Dauphin runs it on occasion out of a different formation, though, and it's a great opportunity to get a speedy guy with his hands on the ball and get it there quickly. The quarterback snaps the ball right before the back gets there and just hands it off immediately.
1st and 10 at the 35 for Strath Haven. That's 3 first downs on this series. Here comes the big fullback, Connor. They go with the speedy guys, and then they get the punishing running of the big fullback inside, Dan Connor. He gets about 8 yards, and he's down to the Lower Dauphin 27. And I got to think that, look, right off the bat, the offensive and defensive lines were dominating for Lower Dauphin last week. This week, they're getting pushed off the line of scrimmage
right now.
There
you see it. They brought an outside blitzer, Fackler, from the corner. He's got to be careful he doesn't over-penetrate and try to make the play.
Still haven't seen a wide receiver in these sets. Everything's been tight, double tight ends. Here's the big fullback, Connor. He's got all kinds of running room. He's to the 10. First and, well, he'll go down about the 11. And he'll get a 1st and 10 at about just outside the 10 as Strath Haven rumbles. 8:13 to go here, first quarter, and the Panthers on the move on this opening series.
Now, as you see the run here in the lead belly, Strath Haven has not left page 1 of their playbook, of their wing T playbook. Last week on the same field, Lower Dauphin forced Blue Mountain to leave page 1 rather quickly due to the fact of their ability to stop the wing T. And Strath Haven, we knew that Lower Dauphin was going to be in for a tremendous challenge as you see a double tight wing set here.
First down, Strath Haven, just outside the 10. Here goes Connor again, and he battles his way to about the 6-yard line. And it looked like there was people on him, but he just got out of their tackles.
Yeah, I was going to say it looked like there was a possible face mask, maybe a 5-yard variety, but I don't think it was seen. Let's see if we can see it on the replay here. Right there, yep, we got a face mask. Probably a 5-yarder by number 66 on the defense. He was in there for the short yardage play, and now you have a second down and about 6 yards to go.
Ball's on the 7:24 to go first quarter, opening drive. Here's Atkinson, he's gonna step back into the end zone, touchdown, Strath Haven, and the Panthers get on the board quickly and impressively, and they take a quick 6-0 lead at the 7:18 mark.
3 weeks ago, in the district semifinals, the first round of the playoffs, Manheim Central came in going the same direction on the same field and marched right down the field, Gordon, to get 6 on the board, and then the extra point was good. It was 7-0.
That was impressive. That was very impressive. 6-0 Panthers. 7:18 to go, as you can see the clock here at Hershey Park Stadium. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it's good. 7-0. Strath Haven on top, first quarter here in the PIAA AAA Eastern Championship game. Get it. 7-0 Panthers to kick off. That was impressive. 10 plays, 67 yards, a touchdown run by the wingback, Phil Atkinson. And there's your kickoff. Fackler at about the 15. Picking his way patiently out to about the 29-yard line. Let's go to Rick Liner from Eyewitness News. Rick, take it away, bud.
All right, Gordon, thanks very much. You know, I was just hearing Rob Clark on the sidelines, obviously not happy with his defensive effort because they're getting blown off the line of scrimmage. But this is something that he doesn't want. 2nd and short, 3rd and short, because it lets Strath Haven, with their great speed and that wing T offense, get a big edge on his Lower Dauphin Falcons. Let's go back to you.
Thanks, Rick. 7:11 to go, first quarter, 7-0 Strath Haven. Lower Dauphin's first snap from scrimmage, the ball on the 28. Fackler, the deep back, gets the handoff from Ruffner, and he's stuck about the 32-yard line. Deja Vu Eatery and Lounge, Food Factory Pizzeria, great food. Wednesday night wings, 200 Hershey Road, 566-5403. Great dining there, too, as well. Call them and make reservations. Check out all their night specials. 6:47 to go, Coach. Falcons got to get something going here. That was an impressive drive by Strath Haven. They're faced with a 2nd down and 7 on the 32-yard line. Ruffner, 2-step drop. The ball kind of right off the shoestrings, and he makes the catch at the 36. But he's short of a first down. There's the Falcons' offensive set, the skill positions. Of course, Ruffner makes the plays. Fackler's been the big gun, almost 2,000 yards rushing this year. The quiet guy, though, Aaron Johnson in there, blocker and pretty good punter.
All 6 of those guys are going to need to step up behind an offensive line that's undersized, led by Nate Fackler. They're undersized, but they've really gotten the job done throughout the season. It's a 3rd down and 4 for Coach Clark's offensive team here, the Falcons.
It's a huge play here, Coach. They would put Bartaball in motion, give it to Fackler, and the defense was all over it.
That was a counter gap to split, as we're going to take a look at the Strath Haven defense here, and the defensive lineman did a great job of going down the line of scrimmage. Nick Hargraves, with the pulling tackle, he got right in his hip pocket, what a good defensive lineman will do from the defensive end spot, and chase that down.
Atkinson scored the touchdown. Carter isn't playing because of a concussion. John Durnell will play for him. He'll return kicks, he'll play defense, he'll play offense, and he looks like a pretty good talent himself. Johnson's a pretty good punter. He's going to have to be pretty good tonight. Strath Haven has come out on fire. Here's his punt. He kind of slipped as he hit it. Davis at his 29. Steps out of the first wave of tacklers. There goes a penalty flag. And good luck from Albright Construction. Do it for Casey. Albright Construction, proud to sponsor Lower Dauphin football and primetime playoff telecast.
We had a block in the back on Strath Haven. Hopefully I was Mike on, we can get the call here live.
On the return, block in the back, on the offense, first down.
Well, Coach, that'll help the field position situation a little bit for Lower Dauphin. They're going to have to dig in here and play some defense. So if they get down by 2 scores, that's going to be a real test. Of course, this team has been magical. They got behind by 3 scores on Manheim Central and ended up beating the Barons. But you don't want to do that against Strath Haven. First time we've seen a wide receiver in the 10 plays they've snapped from scrimmage. In motion is Darnell. They give it to that fullback, Connor, and he's just really tough.
Actually, we've seen that wide receiver about 3 or 4 times. We had the first time they showed that wide out was an initial play, and then they showed it again when they ran that jet sweep, that motion. Here you see the lead belly. And the thing is, you mentioned, Gordon, referred back to that Manheim game. What Lower Dauphin did even worse than this game, they turned the ball over immediately of getting it after being down 7-0. Turned it over actually twice and went down 17-0.
Turner gives it to Davis. Davis looking for the seam. He cuts it up. Carlin was there to bring him down.
So
Eric Carlin got him, but he got about 4 yards, and now he's facing a 3rd and 1.
Back to what I was saying is you see the replay here as he cuts up the buck sweep inside. Lower Dauphin has to build on some kind of positive, even though they're down early. The positive is they ran 3 plays, came close to getting the first, punted it away, and their field position's in much better shape than they were 3 weeks ago. They got to try to just keep hanging in there.
3rd and 1, and you know they're going to go to Connor here. They do. Connor gets the first down, then some. He's out to the 40, and it's just flat smash mouth football right now. And that's what your best teams in District 1 do. They've got a lot of athletes, but ultimately they just come at you and run right over you if they can, and they're doing that right now.
The combination of power and speed for Strath Haven, not just this year, but the 3 previous years, has enabled them to get, as you see Coach Clancy on the sideline, to get here to the state championship game. They're trying to get here for the 4th consecutive year, which is a tremendous accomplishment. Here comes an unbalanced line to the left side of the field.
1st and 10 on the 40. This is Darnell, a replacement for Carter. This time they jam it up. The Falcons got over there in a hurry, Coach. What did they do defensively there to stop that?
This is exactly what Lower Dauphin has to do. Here you see it. Go to where Strath Haven wants to run in the unbalanced line. The first thing they want to do is give the ball on either the lead sweep or the buck sweep. Make them get off of page 1 of their playbook. Get them in 2nd and long. They're in a 2nd and 7 right now, which can still be a running set.
Turner, 3-step drop, looks to his right, throws, and it's incomplete. Whoa, a little dangerous for Quentin Brown. Coverage by Albright. He was right there. He's been pretty big. He's come up with some big interceptions.
This is, as you see the quick out here on the 3-step drop, this is what I've been anxious to see with Rodney Turner, the first-year quarterback. Last year's quarterback did not do an exceptional job of getting the ball on the perimeter, and it really hurt them against the team, West Allegheny, that had a tremendous quarterback in Tyler Palco. 2 years and 3 years ago, Strath Haven's quarterback was exceptional. And I'm anxious to see how this quarterback does as they have a trips right to the wide side of field.
3rd and 8, this is Turner looking down the middle, incomplete. He overthrew Davis, who was running right down the middle of the field, and it was no chance to catch it. And that gets the crowd into it as the Falcons come up with a big defensive stop. 2:54 to go here in the 1st quarter.
All 3 receivers went vertical straight down the field, and Turner decided to go to the middle guy and just overthrew his receiver. And Lower Dauphin, a big defensive stand there on 3rd and 7, stopping 2 incomplete passes, actually, and it's going to bring a punt. The old Penn State punt with 3 guys in front of the punter.
There's the punt. Fielded by Fackler at his 26, trying to get free, but the Panthers are going to get him. They corral him. Pretty good coverage. B&B Pole Buildings. Good luck, Falcons. We're behind you all the way from Barb and Brad Miller. Great supporters of Lower Dauphin Athletics. 2:42 to go, 1st quarter. The Falcons with a big stop. Now let's see if they can get going offensively. They were 3 and out on their first possession. Strath Haven with a 7-0 lead.
Don't be surprised if we start seeing Bartable in motion, trying to get that power game going to the tight end. Here it is.
Ruffner's the quarterback. Pitch it deep to Fackler, looking for blocking. Fackler picking his way. And that Strath Haven football team is big, strong, and fast. And Connor, Dan Connor, everybody's top linebacker, along with James Bryant out of Reading in the state, and
Here's
just
what
a junior.
Here's what you're going to see on the toss to Fackler. Fackler really likes to wait, bide his time, and see a gap and get in it. Strath Haven, though, is going to pursue very well. What teams have done in the past, though, to Fackler, they over-pursue, and he gets a nice cutback lane. It's going to be important for the backside blocking of Lower Dauphin to sustain their blocks and allow Fackler some running lane on the cutback.
3 wide outs to the wide side on 2nd and 8. I thought McGarity got after that in a hurry. Rufter throws it under pressure. The ball's caught. It's fumbled. They're going to call it a fumble, I believe, and looks like Strath Haven's going to get the football. They will.
So reminiscent of 3 weeks ago on the exact same spot on the field, Mannheim Central. Here you see it. They brought the defensive end. They also brought the linebacker on the edge, trying to make Rufter throw the ball quickly. Fackler had the ball and then dropped it.
And Dan Connors.
Let's see it right here if the possession, tough to see with 22 on the way, but it looks like he did have it just long enough. And a big hit there, as you mentioned, Gordon. And then there he is, get the football.
$1:52 to go here in the first quarter. Strath
Counter
Haven at the
crisscross.
Lower Dauphin 32. Davis had a spin move, and then he was stuck there by, I believe that was
That's Zarfos. Cody Zarfos. Here you see it. I said counter crisscross, Gordon. I didn't mean to cut you off. I saw it right away. It was a double handoff. They give the ball to the one back, and then he gives it to the slot back. The wing gave it to the slot, and he's playing quarterback a little bit there after he gets the ball, and it's a double handoff. You pull the backside lineman.
2nd and 5 at the 28 for the Panthers. Here's Connor. He rumbles. He's got a first down, and he's inside the 20. And they're just really being physical right now with Lower Dauphin. Almost like Lower Dauphin was with Blue Mountain last week in the first half.
There you see the lead belly. What you're going to see eventually, if Lower Dauphin can slow this fullback down, you're going to see Turner pull that ball, and he'll run the option down the line, and that's going to be awfully tough to stop. Lower Dauphin must try to contain the fullback. That's what the wing T thrives on, getting big yardage from their fullback.
Less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Turner to Carter. Carter picking his way. Carter, but Davis. Carter and Davis very much look alike. Obviously, Lenny Carter not playing tonight. Keith Davis there with the run. You know what we have here is a battle of bands. It's always often the case when Strath Haven comes to town. Their band likes to play when the other team has the football, and Lower Dauphin's band seem to be taking a page out of the Panthers' band.
There in that replay, you saw Fackler and Espenshade there, but they did not make the play. They must make that tackle for no yard gain or 1 yard gain. End up getting 3 yards on the play.
And a quick timeout by Lower Dauphin. We're going to step out. 7-0 Panthers over the Lower Dauphin Falcons here in the first quarter.
Offs.
Strath Haven cheerleaders here at the Hershey Park Stadium. It's the first quarter. Another big play, 2nd and long, and at the 15-yard line after the turnover for the Panthers of Strath Haven. They're up 7-0, looking for more. The quarterback hands off to the big fullback, Connor, and that time 3 Falcons all over Dan Connor, and they're looking at another 3rd down play as we wind down the clock here in the first quarter.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter, Gordon, and Strath Haven's going to be just thrilled to just get out of this quarter and keep that clock moving and ground the ball.
And that's 1 quarter in the books. Lower Dauphin down 7-0 to Strath Haven here at the Hershey Park Stadium.
We are back at this AAA Eastern Final between Strath Haven and Lower Dauphin. Now, Lower Dauphin called timeout with about 23 seconds left in the first quarter. The reason, only 10 men on the field. But Coach Rob Clark and the defensive coordinator feel that they got ripped off a bit because they didn't feel Clint Fackler fumbled, which gave Strath Haven the ball in great field position. Let's go back upstairs to Gordon and 4.
Well, they don't have an answer for Dan Connor yet on the first play of the second quarter. He just powers his way to a first down, and it'll be 1st and goal now for Strath Haven at the Lower Dauphin 7. This guy's an All-American. He's already been offered by Penn State. He's on top of everybody's list. He's that good. He started since he's been a freshman, and right now he's carrying the load offensively. He's just really tough to bring down for. Tight set. Turner handed off this time to Davis. Down to about the 3-yard line. There's where the Falcons wrap him up, but it'll be 2nd and goal to 3.
Strath Haven has so much confidence in their ability to run the wig tee to near perfection, and they haven't even gone. There you see the buck sweep to the wing. Cuts it up inside, keeps his leg driving, getting the positive yardage, very much like, oh, he lost the ball for a second here, hit the ground.
From behind center, Central Pennsylvania's largest RV dealer, 1-800-272-4786. Second and goal, 3-yard line. Turner gives it to the big fullback. Oh, there's a great hit by Albright. Oh, he just stuck him, and that's taking on a locomotive. And what a nice play by Albright, the defensive back for Lower Dauphin.
There you see it again. Fackler made Connor jump over the top, and it's a tremendous form tackle. Head on the outside to the sidelines, driving him down with his right shoulder. And that forces a 3rd down and about 2, forward progress at about the 1.5 to 2 yard line. Don't think you're not going to see this on the ground. We may get a little bit of a belly option here.
It's that full house backfield again, Coach. They're going to go to the big fella again. This time he stood up again at the 1 yard line. So the Panthers trying to power it in there twice to the big fella Connor. First, Chris Albright sticks him, and this time looks like Eric Carling got a hat on him.
I'd really like to see, here you see it again, watch the quarterback after the handoff. Just stands and fakes a little bit of a pass there. Really like to see him get down the line of scrimmage and fake that option with 11, the pitch man, because you can really set that up. They actually went to the left side of their offense, which was a little bit more overloaded by the Lower Dauphin defense. They got about, what do you say, Gordon, about half a yard for the touchdown.
4th and goal, big play, 9:52 and counting here in the first half. Already up 7, looking to add on to it, say Strath Haven. Gonna give it to Davis. He's gonna roll. He looks like he fumbled the football, and I don't think he got in.
He didn't get in. What a stop by the Lower Dauphin defense. What a gutsy play.
I think they tried to hand it off to him, and I believe he fumbled it. Looks like Espinshade was there. Let's see what the call is. And Falcon is down and hurt.
Looks like Zarfos. Here you see the replay on the buck sweep. Good form tackle again. And can't tell, let's see, we get it from this angle. Who makes that great tackle? There it is, that's Fackler.
We're gonna step out and take a break. 7-0, a big goal line stand by the Falcons. First and 10 on the 1 yard line. 9:41 to go to half, and they have to get out of the end zone.
Great opportunity. They're not going to do it probably, but play action here. They got 2 receivers way wide to the right with 1 defender.
That's unbelievable. They got 1 guy covering 2 players. This is Fackler trying to muscle his way out of the end zone. Doesn't quite. Let's go down to the field to Rick Liner. Rick?
All right, Gordon, once again, it was an awfully big stop by Lower Dauphin at the 1 yard line. Clint Fackler fumbles, and it was a very controversial call, but nevertheless, Lower Dauphin sucked it up. They came up with a big defensive stand. Now, what the coaching staff wants from the Falcons is, can they gain momentum from that stop? If they can do that, maybe we'll have a different contest, but they've got to get out of their own end zone. Gordon and 4.
2nd and 10, well, 9, he got a couple inches. But they're on the 1 yard line, still operating in the end zone. Give it to the fullback, Aaron Johnson. He gets about 2 yards. Let's take a look and see if that touchdown indeed was a touchdown, or a stop was indeed a touchdown. Did Carter get in the end zone?
He beat his backside pulling guard there. From this angle, it's awfully tough to tell. I don't know if we have a shot in the truck from straight down the line of scrimmage, and we don't have one. But, you know, we had trouble getting one in the college game today, too. They couldn't get one right down that line.
Davis' feet never got into the end zone. We know that, but did the ball get into the end zone? The official said no. 3rd down and long, about 7. Ruffner's going to throw. He's rolling. He's in trouble. He's going down for a safety. And he is tackled in the end zone for a safety by Dave Peck, the junior, 6'5", 215. And Dave Peck is a guy who's getting Division I looks already.
As you see Ruffner right here, he's got to get rid of that football because there's very little room to scramble back around Doug Flutie style, Fran Tarkenton style. But this, even though it's 2 points, Gordon, it may be even better than punting from deep in your end zone and giving Strath Haven tremendous field position. They're still going to get pretty good field position because you got to punt or kick off from your own 20-yard line after a safety. The score is 9-0. Strath Haven here with 8 minutes and 18 seconds left in the second quarter.
So, Foods of Hummelstown is your #1 stop for fundraising. Family owned and operated, Theo's offers the highest profits and has a wider variety of products than any other fundraising company. Make Theo's your #1 stop for fundraising. Call us toll-free, 800-755-8436.
They'll take care of you down here at Theo's. They took care of us for the first few years at Bishop McDevitt. We got pizzas every week from them, and he just gave us a good deal. They run a great operation over there in Hummelstown.
9-0 now with 8:18 to go in the first half, And Strath Haven, though, right now, in terms of who's dominating physically right now, you got to give Strath Haven the edge. Although we saw some big-time mano-a-mano tackles on this goal line stand by Chris Albright and then Clint Fackle.
Absolutely. Now, to the 20-yard line is Lower Dauphin, as you saw the Strath Haven band there, one of the biggest bands in the state. They put on a heck of a show. You have the option now of kicking off or punting. Punting, the advantage, hang time. The ball's in the air longer, it gives your coverage team more time to get down the field. The disadvantage is a shank off the side of the foot or a bad punt can really, really hurt you. So most teams elect to kick off in this situation, especially in high school.
Do you try to punch it down here like they did against East Pennsboro in the district championship game and recover it? Do you try to punch it over this second row of players standing about the 40, 45, 50-yard line?
Well, you got the exact same alignment that East Pennsboro showed 2 weeks ago.
Brian Davis approaches it and kicks it, and looks like he was trying to punch it in that area. Durnell lets it go out of bounds.
Now here's your option for Strath Haven as the ball went out of bounds. You can take the ball right where it went out of bounds. You can take the ball, normally it's the 35-yard line because it's 25 yards from where the ball was kicked. In this instance, it would be at the other team, Lower Dauphin's 45-yard line. You can take the football, or you can back them up 5 and make them re-kick it. And I think they're going to take the ball at the 45-yard line of Lower Dauphin, which is 25 yards from the place of the kick.
Well, that's a pretty nice short field for a pretty explosive offense. Family Athletic Club of Hershey. Look at that holiday special, $429.99, and gift certificates available. Great facilities at the Athletic Club of Hershey. What's that nice looking billboard at? How about it, huh?
Oh, you got to like that. You cannot kick the ball out of bounds here, giving them the ball at their own Lower Dauphin's own 45-yard line. Tremendous field position as they line up in the double tight wing set.
Strath Haven leading 9-0, looking to get more. 1st and 10, another go play action. This is Turner looking to throw. It's intercepted. He overthrew his man, and it looks like it's the interception by Gorley at the 25, and it's a huge turnover. As Lower Dauphin's been doing this all throughout the season.
Tight end, don't watch the backside tight end, wide open on the drag seam here. And I told you I was anxious to see Turner, what would happen when he went to the air, and it doesn't look like he's a super accurate passer. You can't just rely. We haven't seen them play throughout the regular season, and we don't want to just judge him on one pass. But a wide open receiver, he has to hit him. The ball really sailed on him, and Lower Dauphin taking advantage, getting the ball at their own 25-yard line.
That was Ryan Casey, who was wide open. The ball thrown behind him and over him in the interception by Gorley. 1st and 10 Falcons on the 25. Here's Fackler, and he gets about 3 yards. I'll tell you what, they asked me, Rick Liner asked me the other night up at News 21 what I thought Lower Dauphin had to do to win this game. I said, you've got to do whatever you can to stop the run and make them throw the football. We saw how feeble their passing game was last year against West Allegheny.
Absolutely, and you brought up a good point here. As Connor's down, shaken up a bit, they're calling for the training staff. Here you see the replay of Fackler's run. On the other side of the coin, Gordon, let's talk a little bit about, you said Lower Dauphin's defense has to get Strath Haven off the running game and force them to throw.
Lower Dauphin is
the Orthopedic Institute of Pennsylvania, providing sports medicine care to many teams throughout central Pennsylvania with 5 convenient locations on the east and west shore. Dr. Robert Thomas is the team physician for the Lower Dauphin Falcons. Call toll-free 800-834-4020.
2nd down and 7 for Lower Dauphin. 3 wide outs to the left. 1 setback. He puts Johnson in motion. Nobody behind Ruffner.
They like to hit the tight end on this.
Fake a look, quick look, now he's going to roll left. He's looking for running room. Makes a nice move, steps out of 2 tackles, cuts back against the gray. He's got a 1st down. And there goes the magical Matt Ruffner, the junior. What a playmaker he is. He's pumped, and the Falcons look like they're going to turn that turnover into some momentum changer here at 7:20 to go in the half.
Dave Peck, the defensive end, did a great job of jamming the tight end, Watts, on the play, which forced Ruffner to do what he does best, is improvise. And you see it right here. He's got to step up to the plate with confidence, like he did on this run, and run this Lower Dauphin offense and make things happen. And Gordon, after this play, I'm going to tell you what we're talking about the other side of the coin.
Again, another crazy looking set with 3 wideouts, 2 backs behind Ruffner. 1st and 10 at the 35. Here's Fackler looking for room, and that time he's tripped up.
On that set, they showed it last week. They like to run Fackler out of the no tight end set, but Strath Haven is not right now, and this gets back to what I was talking about, Gordon, the other side of the coin. You see the replay here. Strath Haven is not saying, Lower Dauphin, we respect your pass to the point where we're going to spread our defense out. They're not doing that, and that's what Lower Dauphin needs to do offensively. Mix the run and pass. Mix the run and pass successfully to keep the Strath Haven defense off balance and not allow them to put that many guys in the box to stop the run.
Second and 8 rather. Fackler got 2 as Nick Hargraves has been all over Fackler all night. Here's a quick stop and look. It's intercepted by Davis at the 46, and that's a big turnover, a big play. Ruffner with a quick look in, and Davis was all over it. He dropped right back in the passing lane, and he picks the interception. Returns it to the Lower Dauphin 38-yard line with 6:11 to go. A big turnover.
There you see Davis, the strong safety in the 52 monster. He's playing that monster position, and he goes to the strength of the formation. He's just backing up and looking for the slant route. And when that happens, Ruffner has to take what the defense gives him and hit the ball to the flat. He's got to throw that flat route.
6:11 to go, first half, and Strath Haven gets the ball back quickly. Turner gives it to the big fullback, Connor, who went out for 2 plays and came back on the play that the interception by Davis. I got to tell you, their defense not only is physical, but they are never out of position. They just knew exactly where Ruffner was going to throw that pass.
They do a nice job. There's Jason Robinson, who had a stellar game last week and is coming to play here tonight, making the play on Connor. But still, it's a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7 at the 35. Turner gives it to Davis. Davis looks like he's got running room. He was lassoed a bit, but nobody wrapped up, and he gets himself close to a first down at about the 28. He'll be short. About 3rd and 1 now with about 5.5 to go. Rick Liner down on the field. Rick, what's going on down there?
All right, Gordon, when Matt Ruffner threw that interception, he came back to the sidelines, and Coach Clark said to him, look, shake it off. We have plenty more football to go, but just don't force the play. If you don't force the play, we can create something. Back to you, Gordon.
It's Rick. I think Lower Dauphin a little bit jittery here, Coach. They just need to relax. Slap some helmets here, but there's Connor. He is just so big and strong. And he pounds for a first down at the 25, 26-yard line. Again, those specials every night at the Deja Vu Eatery, and of course, great pizzas, 200 Hershey Road, 566-5403. Thank our good friend Fred Seacrest over there for supporting the Lower Dauphin Falcons here on primetime playoff football on WLIH Channel 15.
Unbalanced line to the left. They've been running the lead sweep that way.
4:49 to go, 1st and 10 Panthers. Give it to that big fullback. He gets about 9. He gets inside the 20 to about the 18. This is just textbook wing tee, and they've got the Falcon defense now on the field for a long time here in this first half.
Here you see the fullback trap. The guard pulls. They give the ball to Connor, and then fake that buck sweep. And just nice, solid running room. Strath Haven, a very physical AAA football team.
Well, they kind of run away from trouble. They run where they can run. They take it, and they go with it. This is Atkinson, who scored the touchdown for the Panthers. He's going to spin out of a tackle. Albright's got him and holding on to him, and he spins for a first down to about the 11-yard line. And they go with these little fast backs, and they don't give up. They run tough and hard as well. This team is so well coached. I mean, they just run these plays. They execute them so well, and these linemen are just crunching the Falcons right now.
Tremendous second effort by the Strath Haven running backs all night long so far. And there's no exception.
Well, I thought the Falcons were generating some momentum, and that interception by Keith Davis, a big one. And here comes Strath Haven on the 1st and 10 at the Falcon 11. Play action, Turner looking, the man in the end zone, touchdown. This time, Peck got behind the defender, and he cradles it. Big Peck, and there's a Division I talent right there, and the touchdown for Strath Haven. And it's been all Panthers, as they're in control now. They bump it up to 15-0. This time, Turner, a good-looking player. Boy, if he played in the offense where he could throw the ball, I think he could do it, even though he threw that interception. That time, he was right on the money.
Much better pass there by Turner. He had a guy in the flat open, and he bided his time.
They're going to go for 2. Turner's looking to throw, and it's there. It's a tough play to defend when you do it. The 2-point pass to Peck, 17-0. Strath Haven will step out from the Hershey Park Stadium here in the Eastern AAA Final.
Okay, it's 17-0 Strath Haven. We are in the second quarter. You know, the pregame scouting report was Lower Dauphin felt if they would have Strath Haven throw the football, they could definitely be in this football game. But on that last drive, you saw what happened. Turner threw the football, and he completed a couple passes, one for a touchdown, the other for a 2-point conversion. Gordon, Ford, let's go back to you.
Good point, Rick. Rodney Turner is one heck of a good-looking athlete. He's a senior. And, you know, I said you want to make them throw the football. The problem is when the wing T can throw the football, when they want to throw it, it's tough to stop because of the play action.
Absolutely. And Connor's the man that makes this offense go from the fullback position. As you see Coach Clark, he regrouped his team. 3 weeks ago, they were down 17-0, although there was a lot more time in the first half. We only have 3:39 to go in the half.
And that Mannheim defense is nothing like this Strath Haven defense. 36 shutouts since 1996. Dan Connor's father, Jim Connor, is the defensive coordinator, and there's penalty flags on this run by Fackler. They're just not finding, Fackler's not finding that extra room where he gets that extra yardage after contact.
But Lower Dauphin hasn't seen a defense. Lower Dauphin hasn't seen a defensive front like this, and a defensive linebacker core like this throughout the season.
Well, they've been playing. They play it.
Illegal motion on the offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
That's Kevin McNamara, a District 4 crew. The Lower Dauphin has been really riding that intangible of being like a quad A football team, having that quad A background, and Strath Haven is very much similar to that. This is the first time they're playing a team that kind of can look them eye in eye in terms of playing a quad A kind of competition in that Central League down in Delaware County.
Great point.
1st and 15, Ruffner straight back to throw. Nobody's open. Nobody's open. He's going to run it. Now he tries to find somebody open. That was Watts. He overthrew it just to try to save the sack, which was a smart thing to do. But these guys, they're really covering the pass.
This is what you call the NCAA route, because all the colleges have done it for years. The tight end runs a shallow drag, and the one wide receiver runs a post. The other wide receiver runs a deep dig route over the middle at about 15, 18 yards, and it was covered. And there you saw Ruffner did what Coach Clark told him to do after that slant interception. If it's not there, make something happen, throw the ball away if you have to. We'll live for another play, and it's 2nd and 15.
3:08 to go in the half. It's been all Strath Haven, 17-0. 2nd and 15. The Falcons on it, their own 27. Rolling rights, Ruffner. It's being rushed. Now he's going to throw deep. Right into the defense. Albright almost made the catch in front of Quentin Brown, but not there. Incomplete. Well, they're just everywhere. The ball goes up. There's 2 defenders there in the face of the receivers.
Here you see Ruffner rolling to his right. They're putting good pressure on him as well. And I haven't seen that a Lower Dauphin throughout most of the year, but I'd like to see him spread the field with, instead of just trips to one side, spread the field with maybe a flanker one way, loose slot the other, and force this 50 defense to cover the entire field and make Strath Haven cover the weak side flat as well as the play side flat.
Well, this is a huge play, because if you give it right back to Strath Haven here, you're really flirting with disaster. You're down 17-0. You're at 3rd and 15 on your own 27. Ruffner right back to throw.
Here they're going to go with the screen.
But they really broke it up. They exploded that. Ruffner's going to run right. And he's not going to get to about the 30 and then just short of the 30, so they're going to be faced with a punting situation at about a 4th and 14. And I think maybe
Coach Clancy's Strath Haven team doing the right thing here, stopping the clock by using a timeout, so Lower Dauphin can't shoot time off. There's 2 minutes and 43 seconds left in the half.
We'll take a timeout, 2:43 to go in the half. Strath Haven in control, up on Lower Dauphin, 17-0.
1st and U.
Falcons will have to punt the ball now. Aaron Johnson's a pretty good punter, but there's some pretty good guys to receive it and return it. And Keith Davis, the speedster, and Durnell. No rush. And he booms this one. Davis at his 32. Gets around 2 tacklers, almost got through the wave of Falcons, but gets out to the 41. Pretty good field position with 2:31 to go here in the half. Lower Dauphin just has to find a way to stop it. B&B Pole Buildings in Hummelstown. Good luck, Falcons. Barb and Brad Miller behind not only this football team, but all the athletics at Lower Dauphin High School. Here comes the Panthers looking to get that lead from 17 to 24 with 2:31 to go in the half. They've got 2 timeouts. 1st and 10 on their own 41. Rodney Turner's a quarterback. He puts Davis in motion. He play actions, fakes to Connor, looking down the field. He's got Davis out there. He puts it right on the money, and Davis wide open behind the defense, behind Fackler, the linebacker, got the area where he had to, and doesn't Turner look pretty good on this pass, Coach?
There you see a belly pass, play action. The lead halfback went in the flat, and there's the slot back that went in motion. He's running the deep 18 to 20 yard out. It's a flood route, basic flood route, and it's very important if you're not going to rotate your secondary up to it that Fackler gets a deeper drop and makes them throw the ball in front of him and breaks up on the short throw rather than allowing the deep throw.
1st and 10 at the Falcon 37. Now the fullback, Connor. He's rumbling. He's to the 30. He gets inside the 30 down to the 25. Coach, there's no wind. It's really a comfortable evening tonight. The field's really held up well, and the Panthers are an A1 quality outfit, I'll tell you that.
Here you see a fullback trap. The guard pulls. They went to trips, 3 wide receivers, making Lower Dauphin think they were going to throw, and gave it to the big stud fullback, moved the chains, stopped the clock momentarily for the move of the chains, and now it's up running again at 2 minutes.
1st and 10 at the 26. This is Davis trying to cut it upfield inside the 25 to about the 22-yard line. What's going on out there, Coach? The Strath Haven has been so dominant to this.
Well, we'll get to that in a moment. They're going to go without a huddle here because the clock's at 1:50.
2nd down and 7 at the 23-yard line. Turner 2-step drop, looks inside, steps out of the rush by Watts, and he goes down.
Strath Haven's going to use one of their remaining 2 timeouts.
Timeout, Strath Haven. They got 1 left with 1:38 to go here in the half. And they're over there having some fun at Candy Lane right now, and the Panthers are having some fun right here in the old stadium, Hershey Park Stadium. They're controlling the football game, up 17-0.
This wing T offense with Connor at the helm at fullback making big runs, very similar to what we saw from Cumberland Valley, especially last year when they're able to hit Lawler up the middle. You saw it from John Ritchie from Cumberland Valley in the past. The good, solid wing T teams have established the running game with their fullback.
Connor's a fullback back there with Atkinson. They're going to reverse it to Davis. Great block on the corner by the quarterback, Turner. Great block on the corner by Turner, springing Davis free for, looks like a 1st down.
It looks like it might be, yeah, it's going to be a 1st down, which is going to move the chains. Now that there's 1:27 left, as you see the replay, that was a double handoff. It was actually a reverse this time, trying to get him outside rather than the counter crisscross we saw earlier that tries to get the guy sprung inside, then break out.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage comes the Panthers.
Fullback.
Here comes the big fella Connor. He rumbles inside to 10, down to the 5.
No need for Strath Haven to rush. They can even get in the huddle. They don't need to hurry because there's 1:10 remaining. They're inside the 10. That's what they're going to do. They just called the guys into the huddle. Take your time. Make sure you get the play. You still have 1 timeout remaining. You can stop it if you'd like.
Think about how good Lower Dauphin has been to go to 13-0, and look what kind of team Strath Haven has to get up on them 17-0, looking to add more. Here's Davis inside the 5 to about the 3. He's close to it. They can get a 1st down. He's close to it.
Clock's at 43 and running. Now's where they're going to measure for the 1st down, so they're stopping the clock at exactly 40 seconds. Gordon, I had that play, the lead sweep. I was going to call it, but I didn't want to cut you off there.
And it is. Just put Connor out there to block his way in. He tried to cut it back inside.
Now they're starting the clock. Strath Haven's still in the huddle. They got to hustle because they have 4 downs in which to get in. It's 1st and goal from the 3.5.
1st and goal, they get the 1st down. Full house backfield. Turner takes it away from center. Here comes the big guy, Connor. He rumbles in. Touchdown, Strath Haven. And the Panthers are looking to blow it open here with a touchdown by Connor.
Now, if you're Lower Dauphin, I'm sure we're going to get a shot here of the Woody Hayes, the old Ohio State full house backfield, lead belly. If we get back to live action here, you're going to see Lower Dauphin needs to get another guy over to the snap because last time, if you don't have enough guys at the point of attack, you see the guy snapping the ball, he is an eligible receiver. He is eligible because he's the last guy on the line of scrimmage to that side. So they have 3 receivers to that side, and if you don't cover them all, they're going to just go ahead and snap the ball.
And that's what they did the last time. There's the snap here, and the kick is up, and it's right through. Our Cleveland Brothers scissor trucks gave us that extra point. 24 seconds to go, 24-0 Strath Haven.
Palermo's New York style.
Palermo's Pizza, they are the official pizza of playoff football here on WOIH Channel 15. And here it is for just pure muscle.
Number 40 reminds you 10 years ago in the state playoffs, a guy by the name of John Ritchie I alluded to earlier, playing for the Oakland Raiders right now. He set up that whole Cumberland Valley offense and allowed guys like the other running backs like Brandon McKillop and Corey Gumby to get their runs due to the fact that he set it all up from the fullback position.
24-0, and well, geez, this has just been a clinic put on by Strath Haven, not only with that wing T, but with their defense. Their defense has been superb.
Absolutely. They're stopping Clint Fackler and the rest of the Lower Dauphin offense and forcing Lower Dauphin completely off of page one to try to get their offense moving, something that has not happened to Lower Dauphin throughout the season.
Rick Weiner from Eyewitness News is on the sidelines for us. Here's the squib kick taken up by Dell, and he goes right down immediately. That's that great coverage speed of Strath Haven. I imagine Lower Dauphin will take a knee here and go in and try to figure it out. I'm curious, Rick Weiner's going to try to get Coach Clark from Lower Dauphin to see what's going through his head right now, what he might want to get his team thinking about at halftime to try to get back in this football game.
I'm sure Coach Clark's going to just talk about playing hard-nosed, Lower Dauphin football. Get back to what got you here. And for some reason, somebody's coming on the field here for Strath Haven. They call a timeout here, their last timeout of the period. For what reason, I'm not sure. Maybe just to make sure that they don't give up some home run here, a big play here before the half. Because Lower Dauphin 65 yards away from pay dirt.
Combined Center, RV Center, Central Pennsylvania's largest RV dealer. Here's the number, 800-272-4786. You know, Coach, they're so well coached. They came out a little bit late in pre-games because they were going over everything they needed to remember about their keys of defending the Lower Dauphin offense. There's the LD coaches in the press box. That's a Monday Night Football shot right there by our cameraman, Neil. Great work, Neil.
Don't be surprised if they just roll it out here to the right, or just maybe give it to Fackler. Try to get a positive yardage here before the half's out.
Ball's on the 34.
Yeah, here comes the rollout.
Here's Ruffner. Steps up, under pressure. He's got Albright. He's going to get out of bounds with 12 seconds to go. And he's close to a first down at the 44.
Just think if Coach Clark could have done it all over again. They didn't have many touches the first half to begin with. But mixing up run and pass forces this Strath Haven defense to loosen up a little bit, especially out of that 50 defense. As you see, Albright, heady move to get out of bounds as he was getting stripped of the football as he stepped out.
And another timeout. I believe this time the official's going to call timeout for a measurement. Coach, that's the kind of offense that Lower Dauphin's going to have to run in the second half. They want to get back in this football game.
Absolutely.
They're going to have to run some possession passing game and see what they can find. And they can spread the defense, as you talked about earlier. Maybe then Fackler can find some seams.
No doubt about it. And actually, this measurement, they may as well, they could guess on this one. Not that you, as an official, you got to be right here. They do say it's a first down, but it really doesn't matter. With 11 seconds left, it would have either been second down and short or first and 10. You only have the opportunity to get 2 plays at this juncture. So that first down is totally irrelevant.
Of course, they were in the same predicament against Manheim Central with their season on the line in the first round of the District 3 playoffs. 2 plays later, they win the football game on a Hail Mary, and that's why the Falcons are here tonight. 11 seconds to go in the half, 24-0. 4 wide receivers for the quarterback, Matt Ruffner, on his own 44. 2-step drop, looking at just a little out to Bartleball, and Bartleball catches and gets out of bounds at the 47 of Strath Haven. Again, I think that's what we're going to see in the entire second half. The
Absolutely.
Falcons, I think, will get the ball first to start the second half.
And let me tell you what they forced here on this this play they just ran. They're going to try to get a pass to the end zone, and now Ruffner should be able to reach the end zone. But they forced the defensive end to drop from Strath Haven and get him off the line of scrimmage. Dave Peck, right here it is. He goes to that side away from the strong safety. It's tough for that defensive end to cover the flat in that 50 defense.
Last play of the half for Lower Dauphin. Looking to get a miracle here and get something on the board, down 24-0. Ruffner looking, faking, pumping, no one there. Now he's going to throw long for the end zone. And they're not going to get a penalty flag on that. Albright was crunched by double coverage. No flag.
The Lower Dauphin fans are booing, but I think it was just incidental contact. You'll see the replay. Both guys running for the football. And actually the Strath Haven guy going down first, but the guy from behind, the second Strath Haven defender, looks like he got his right hand slightly on Albright. It would have been a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the line of scrimmage. It wouldn't be like the pros where they take it back, as Coach Clark is talking about the push-off there.
Coach Clark didn't like the call and gave the official a piece of his mind. Who knows, that might fire Lower Dauphin up. They need some kind of divine intervention here. They're down 24-0. Coach Clark still working those officials over. We're going to step out. 24-0 halftime here at the Hershey Park Stadium in the PIAA AAA Eastern Championship game. Strath Haven has dominated. Halftime at Hershey Park Stadium in this PIAA AAA Eastern Championship game, and it's been all Strath Haven there. The Panthers, and there's the Marching Panthers, one of the most impressive, huge bands in the state of Pennsylvania when it comes to high school. I mean, these guys, they're step for step with the blue band. And the Panthers have been a step ahead of the Lower Dauphin Falcons all night with a 24-0 lead. Phil Atkinson with a 7-yard touchdown run. Dave Peck tackled Matt Ruffner in the end zone for a safety. Then Rodney Turner showed he can throw the football. He hit Peck in the end zone for a touchdown pass of 11 yards, then a 2-point pass play. Finally, Dan Connor, the big horse, 3-yard touchdown run in the final 24 seconds of the half. All Strath Haven, Panthers up 24-0 here at the Hershey Park Stadium. Strath Haven has dominated the Falcons. Both teams have come in 13-0. The winner of this game taking on the winner of Hopewell Perry. Perry, the unscored upon City League champion in Pittsburgh, 13-0 and haven't been scored upon all season, having outscored their opponents 689-0. They're taking on a very good Hopewell team with a Penn State recruit. I think the guy might be the next Jack Ham, Paul Poluzny. The winner of that game comes to Hershey to take on the winner of this game right now. It looks like it's Strath Haven.
But I think that's the first Division I recruit Hopewell's ever had.
Well, no. One Tony Dorsett.
There you go, just checking you.
Back then it was Tony Dorsett. Strath Haven band still entertaining this huge crowd here tonight at Hershey Park Stadium. We're going to step out for another break. It's been all Panthers.
Get it all at...
There's the tree over at Candy Lane, over in Hershey Park. Telling stat, Coach Chapman. Clint Fackler, who's been clipping off 150, 200 yards a game throughout the playoffs. 7 carries, 13 yards. And that tells the whole story there. You can't get him going, you can't get any offense going, and he's getting tired on defense because Strath Haven has the football.
Lower Dauphin's entire offense is set up on play action after Fackler gets his big runs. And then they fake the Fackler, they give to the fullback. And they run that real good play action game, the rollout, sprint out game. Strath Haven's done a great job defensively at taking away the sprint out game, and they're not allowing Ruffner to get on the corner. And then the other stat you had is Connor. How many carries and yards for Connor?
He's got 112 on 18 carries. Let's take a look at the 112 yards on 18 carries and a touchdown. Let's take a look, though. One of Lower Dauphin's only highlights the game where they stick the goal line stand here. This came after a great tackle on third down when Fackler just one-on-one with Connor tackled him. But there they held the line, but things got in trouble here. That was a great pass. And this guy here is Division I, this Peck kid. Big and strong and can move.
And there's the other touchdown to get him to the 24. And Coach Clancy's done a tremendous job with this football team ever since he's come to Strath Haven. They were not a perennial power prior to him getting there, and he really turned the tide for this squad. Coming out of the Catholic League, coaching a Catholic League school in Philadelphia, came here and just really got this Strath Haven team rolling.
Well, the Catholic League football is very, very good and very physical kind of football. Let me say this. He sees all this talent come out every year. They've got one of the top 4x100 meter teams in the state every year. But he's so patient and so focused on what he knows will win, and still that real hard-nosed, conservative pound-at-your-wing tee, and he never gets caught up in anything else with his talent. But they finally shine at this level, and they're just 24 minutes away from coming back here next week to take on the winner of Hopewell Perry. Fackler at the 14 to start the second half.
Middle wedge.
And this time he gets into the wedge, but he doesn't get out of it. Usually we've seen him kind of slip through that, not here.
Look at Coach Clark, very irritated.
Working over those District 4 officials. He thought he had an interference down there inside the 5. Could have gone either way.
Now Lower Dauphin's got to just get back to the basics. They got to mix up run and pass. I think that's the key against this 52 defense of Strath Haven. Mix up the run and pass. Here they go with a pro set, which forces the weak side end to drop off a little bit to the top of the screen.
1st and 10, 29, first play from scrimmage of the second half. They're down 24 points.
There it is. There's the hitch route.
Oh, ball's just a little bit off the money to Albright. He tried to make a great one-handed catch. You know what? You can't score 24 until you score 7. You got to get one at a time and just kind of work your way into this. You got a full half to do it. You just have to keep focused, and you got to keep calm. They're going to throw that short pass like we saw at the end of the half if they're going to get back in this.
That ball was led Albright a little bit. Ruffner needs to put that ball on the money. But it's a great idea there by Coach Clark, throwing the hitch route away from the strong safety, forcing that defensive end to drop to the weak side and cover the flat.
2nd and 10, just underway second half. Ruffner's going to run some option. Nothing there. He's going to reverse field. Try to get outside. And he's got some speedy guys to get around it. He won't do it, although he did kind of turn the corner a little bit and get about three yards maybe. He'll be faced with a 3rd and long with 11:38 to go. Clock stopped here. Just underway in the second half.
Keith Davis, the 5'9", 160-pound senior, strong safety, number 23. You'll see him come into the screen here. And he was lined up to this side because the strength was to this side. He's the strong safety in the 50 set, and he does a great job of chasing down an agile Ruffner and forcing him out of bounds to bring up a 3rd and 6.
They just let him lay back there to react to the play with his speed. He can stop somebody from getting the corner.
Look for Bartleball to go in motion here to the tight end side.
This is a must first down. They give the ball back to Strath Haven. It's real big time trouble. They're trying to run a screen.
They're dragging both Bartleball and the tight end Watts, and he's got Watts.
Nice catch because it was a little high, and Watts kept his feet, stayed in bounds. First down, lowered off, and they needed that. The Falcons needed that. They're living on the edge right now, down 24 in the first minute of the second half. But Ruffner's a playmaker.
A little surprised, Coach Clark on 3rd and 6 had his slot, both wide receivers to the short side of the field. But what he was trying to do, definitely in bounds there. Watts did a great job. He was in even with the pro game with 2 feet in. But what he did, he drug across the field, and then underneath came Watts, tight off each other, almost like a pick play, and a great pass and catch.
4-4 defense for Strath Haven now, and now it's Ruffner's on the play action. Dumps it out to Johnson, the fullback, and he stood up there. Good-looking tackles. Good-looking tackling. And that little Keith Davis, for a little guy, he just comes up and throws some plastic at you.
I really like what Lower Dauphin's doing here. Obviously, they can't just grind it out on the ground, but they're still sticking to their offense, but they're getting short chunks by just taking what the defense gives them. The thing I like about that play, getting the fullback out in the flat, it's very difficult for Strath Haven's 50 defense to cover the flat route when you have a guy going deep as well behind the defensive back.
2nd and 7. It was so tempting to probably start the game this way, but when you've established Fackler in all your football games to this point, you just had to stay with what got you here. Ruffner just throw it out here to his fullback again. He gets out of 2 tackles. He's to the 30. 2 Strath Haven tacklers looked like they were going to wrap him up, and they kind of knocked each other off of Johnson. Now they go to the fullback, Aaron Johnson, and the Falcons put another first down together here with 10:33 to go, 3rd quarter.
Here you see the play again. It's a counter gap fake, bootleg to the wide side of the field. Now, some people may be asking right now, why did Coach Clark not unveil this offense earlier? Because he did not realize that his defense was going to be this yielding and giving up 24 points in the first half. Usually the defense of Lower Dauphin has held their ground in the first half and kept the Lower Dauphin offense able to do what they do best, and that's mix up run and pass.
1st and 10 to 30. Now Fackler with the football. Now he looks to bounce outside. There's too much speed there. Just too much strength and speed. Still, Lower Dauphin just stringing things together and just trying to stay focused. They know that they can't get to 24 if they don't get to 7. And this is a defense with Dan Connor's father, Jim Connor, been the defensive coordinator. 35 shutouts over this great run that they've had over the last 100 games of football.
Lower Dauphin has absolutely nothing to lose here in the second half. This is why they're able to put their ears back, mix up the run and pass so well, and I think we may see the ball in the air here.
Great shot on the field level with Ruffner at quarterback. He's going to play action and roll. 2nd and 7. He's in trouble. Going down for a huge sack. Oh, my. Oh, Nelly. That's no good.
Ruffner good at making things happen. What he's got to do there is possibly turn and just dump the ball to his fullback, who you'll see come in the picture here to the left. Not try to complete the pass, just throw it right at him or to his feet and just get the incompletion so the ball goes back to the line of scrimmage. But he didn't have a whole lot of time at all. And what Strath Haven's done very well in this football game is pressure Ruffner. And the reason they're able to do it, Gordon, is because the running game does not have them back on their heels. Fackler's been unable to pick up the big yardage.
3rd and about a half a mile. They got to go halfway to the old Milton Hershey School for a first down. 9:10 to go, 3rd quarter. Sam McGarity with that sack, and they haven't blocked him all night. Ruffner now trying to run out of the pocket. They're going to pin him in there. Again, McGarity's there. Hargraves is there. My Lord. Hargraves and McGarity have been all over the field.
Punt it, Coach Clark. He thought about it, but you got to punt it because you're not. Chances of getting this first down are very minimal. 4th and 23. As much as he wants to get that ball in the end zone, you can't get it all back at once. Kick the ball and hope your defense can stop Connor and company. As you see the Lower Dauphin Brain Trust up here in the booth to our left.
And they've got their work cut out for them, as the Falcons across the board have the work cut out for them, and Strath Haven is all over it on both ends of the football field. There's the snap. Johnson, pretty good booming punt. Looks like he may have got too much foot into it, and it goes into the end zone. And we're going to step out with 8:18 to go, 3rd quarter. Strath Haven still in control, 24-0. Well, it's 8:18 to go in the 3rd quarter, and Strath Haven stops the Falcons on their first possession. Now here comes Strath Haven, and this is just absolute. You got to get them 3 and out here. You're just flirting with disaster.
Lead belly to the left side.
Connor was on the line of scrimmage, and they bust through for about 5, out to about the 25. What a great place to eat. Deja Vu Eatery and Lounge. And how about that? www.dejavueatery.com.
Do they have any specials, Gordon?
They got those wings on Wednesday nights. We got to go try that out.
Yes, we
jumbo
do.
wings.
Yes,
Jumbo wings. We got to go do that. I'll tell you, after all this football season's over, after all I've been through, I need a good big old bucket of wings with a little bit of liquid refreshment. Back to throw.
Halfback counter.
Turner with a handoff.
He fooled you a little bit there.
Yeah, I thought he was going to do a little, because they've been doing that.
Sure, all it was just a reverse pivot, and the halfback, you'll see to the left, takes a juke step, number 23, gets the ball in an inside counter handoff, and they've been running that reverse pivot belly to that fullback Connor. Connor's the kind of guy you'd think, if he runs some offenses, they may even want to line him up at tailback and let him carry the ball out of the eye, because he just is such a good, solid, straight-ahead runner. And like you said, he picks up just chunks of yardage and moves those chains on 3rd and 1 here.
118 yards in the first half. Oh, here goes the fake handoff. Turner has got a first down. He was stopped at the 30, but stepped out of that and got the first down at about the 32. First down, Strath Haven, 6:58 to go, 3rd quarter. And as long as they just move the chains now.
Here you see coming right at us is the quarterback bootleg. Something we haven't seen yet, and I told you earlier, they're doing such a great job. I'm actually surprised they ran that on 3rd and 1 yard. You think they'd have saved that maybe for like a 3rd and 4 or something. But Coach Clancy showing a little wrinkle there and a nice solid run. All these running backs, including the quarterback, look at the second effort.
Well, the Strath Haven just, they're going to run at you. You want to stop them, you just can't. And they just block, they run, they execute. This is Durnell. He goes down about the 39-yard line. He gets a good chunk of running room. 6:28 to go, 3rd quarter, and they're moving the chains again. They're faced with a 2nd and short, 2nd and 4 at the 38.
Split end Quentin Brown, number 6. He's not doing a great job picking up his downfield blocks. Sure, Coach Clancy, who's a very good technician, he's going to be on that, because here comes the big man. Nice defensive play. Now it's going to bring up about a 3rd and a yard and a half. 3rd and a yard, Gordon.
They use Connor to lead block there for Davis. There's some pretty good tackling. You got to give it to the Falcons' defense's tackle. They just can't get off the blocks.
Don't be surprised if they go to a 2 tight end wing set here on 3rd and short. And here's what they're going to do. 2 tight end. full house backfield that Woody Hayes set.
Well, they're so good at these long, grueling drives. And they're in the middle of one right now. Oh, he tripped on the handoff when Turner handed the football. Connor went right down.
Turner tripped his own fullback, and it's going to bring up most likely a punting situation on 4th and a short 2. Coach Clancy doesn't want to take any chances of giving momentum to the Falcons here. You saw it.
But that was one of the few times Eric Carlin got off his block tonight. They've been roll over him, and that time he got off his block. He may have stuck him right there on the line of scrimmage as well.
Here's a great example of why quarterback footwork is so important, and not stepping over the area that you're supposed to step to, because those things can happen. You knocked your fullback off his path and tripped him.
Well spoken like a true quarterback, former quarterback, Coach Chapman. And it bounces. There's Albright picking it up at his own 25. He's in trouble. He's going backwards, and there's Keith Davis again.
Powers vary.
1st and 10, Lower Dauphin now. 4:41 to go. The clock is not a friend of the Falcons. That's incomplete. And again, that passing game isn't as sharp as it's been in the last couple weeks, but that's because you've got pretty fast cornerbacks all over your receivers.
Absolutely. Strath Haven just switched to a 4-4 defense there, expecting the pass from Lower Dauphin, and both outside backers getting under that little hitch route there, and it's going to be 2nd and 10, but Lower Dauphin needs to continue with this mix-up of run and pass to keep Strath Haven off balance as they line up in a slot right, eye backs.
4:37 to go, and the Falcons got a 2nd and 10 on their own 17-yard line. Draw play to Fackler. Now it opens up. He's got some running room. Biggest run of the day and night for big Clint Fackler, but he's not going to get a first down. He's going to be awful close at about the 26-yard line. He'll be faced with 3rd and short. And again, somehow Lower Dauphin has to find a way to get into the end zone.
Now,
down 24-0.
Coach Clancy and his defense made a substitute there for this 3rd down play. Going back to the 50 look, they took out another strong safety. They had 2 outside linebackers in the game. They were running a defense the last 2 plays, which is very similar to Lower Dauphin's defense that Coach Page uses.
Well, that's one heck of a coaching staff Strath Haven has. They get it done, fellas. They get it done. 3:56 clock running. 3rd and short. Here's Fackler. He's stuck right there at the, well, I don't know if he got it. He's close. See where the officials put the ball down.
I think he got it by about a 1/4 yard, and if he doesn't, Lower Dauphin's going to obviously have to go for it. They're going to stop the clock to check.
Dan Connor steps into the hole, gets right into Fackler, but they're going to measure. They're going to call it a first down. First down, Falcons on the 27-yard line. 3:40 to go, 3rd quarter, down 24-0.
Now, they ran the ball the last 2 downs and picked up 10 yards on those 2 downs. However, that clock has started up again. 3:33 to go in the 3rd quarter, and you're down 24-0. You got to get some points on the board, and you got to do it rather quickly if you want to get back in this football game.
Look how far back to the safety standing Atkinson. He's back about the 40. He's down the field 15 yards. Ruffner running for his life.
He's got his tight end wide open.
Nice catch by Watts. Ruffner running for his life, throws on the run, and Watts plants the feet and makes a great catch. That was a catch by Watts because the pass was a tough one to handle.
You'll see right away, doing a great job eluding the pass rush was Ruffner. He gets on that corner. That's what he's a real good thrower on the run. And there's Watts. Watts unfortunately had to come back to catch that football, and he lost his footing. Squaring your shoulders, throwing the ball on the run, follow through at your target. Nice play there by Ruffner to move the chains, and they're almost to midfield.
That's McGarity chasing again. You know, though, they put their safety back 10, 15 yards. They just don't want a big play for a touchdown. No, they're going to let Lower Dauphin take time.
Oh, Albright could not locate the football. It was a little hitch and go route. You run about 5 yards, turn, quarterback pumps you, as you'll see here. He pumps the hitch, gets them on the go, but Albright could not see the football. He did not realize the ball was thrown and couldn't locate it. His ball was slightly overthrown anyway.
You think there's some lights problem there? Good luck to the Falcons from Albright Construction. Of course, Casey Coons, longtime friend of the longtime football player who was passed away this past spring. Do it for Casey. They say they've been touched by an angel, and that's been the case for the Falcons. They're looking for one more miracle. 2:48 to go, 3rd quarter. Time is running out. They're down by 3 touchdowns and a field goal. Ruffner running, throwing, intercepted. Oh, dropped. And Keith Davis with his speed closed quickly on that pass play, but didn't come up with it.
All three guys went to the outside, all three receivers. They didn't run anybody off there, and the ball was tipped there. And, oh, it wasn't tipped, it was almost just flat out dropped by 23 on the defense for Strath Haven. That's Keith Davis, the strong safety. 3rd and 10 for the Falcons. They have to convert here. There's 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter. They're down 24-0 in a game that's been played tremendously well by a Strath Haven bunch that's looking to go back to the state finals for the 4th consecutive year.
Well, their down guys just put pressure on every play. 3rd and 10. Ruffner straight back to throw. They're going to run a screen to Fackler. He's got blocking. He picks his way. He's got running room. He's to the 30. Showing some pretty good speed. To the 5, inside the 5 to the 3. That time they executed a screen pass like it's supposed to be to the short side, and they're looking at a 1st and goal at the 1. Fackler showing pretty good speed to get down that sidelines.
Tremendous play, and it's the screen to the backside. Great blocking downfield, as you see there. And now you get a chance to see what Clint Fackler can do. Very deceptive speed as he goes down the sidelines.
Well, he outruns Connor, the All-American candidate. The guy's already been offered by Penn State. He outruns Connor here, but he can't outrun one of those speedy backs as Atkinson runs him down inside the 5. 1st and goal for Lower Dauphin, and they're clinging still to their hope. They're down by 3 touchdowns and a field goal. They got to punch it in here, though, and not waste a lot of time doing it. 2:27 to go. This is Fackler up over he's got a touchdown. Put Fackler up over the pile. He dove in, and it's a touchdown for Lower Dauphin. And they get on the board with 2:21 to go.
Now, Coach Clark has a decision to make, because 3 touchdowns coupled with 3 extra points gives you the 24, the magic 24. And with only 2 minutes and change left in this third quarter, I think Coach Clark's thinking, take advantage of every opportunity. I'm anxious to see if he goes for 2 here.
Well, it looks like he is, Coach, because he's got Ruffner in the huddle. Yep, they're going to go for 2.
They need to make all 3 of their conversions here. Here they're coming out of double wing set. They like to motion out of this and snap the ball when one of the motion men gets right behind the quarterback.
Ruffner the fake. No one. Oh, he gave it off to Albright, who threw it.
It was a double pass. Hand off to Albright, had his guy wide open in the end zone, and it was dropped.
2:21 to go, third quarter. Lower Dauphin's on the board, but still trailing 24-6. Well, the Falcon fans have something to cheer about. Finally getting on the board. 24-6 now, the lead for Strath Haven. And obviously it's going to have to be all defense if Lower Dauphin wants to make this miracle comeback. Low liner kick picked up by Phil Atkinson on inside his 20. Got some running room out to about the 31. That's where Strath Haven will start. 1st and 10.
Now, if you're Strath Haven on offense, the last thing you want to do is turn the ball over, Gordon. Because you're up to 24-6. That's an 18-point spread.
Of course, they went for 2 like you pointed out, and the play was there. They just didn't convert it. 1st and 10 for Strath Haven, rather, on the 31-yard line for the Panthers, looking to go back to a state championship for a 4th straight year.
Jet sweep.
This is Davis, the speedster. He gets out of the tackle. You better hold on or he's going to go.
The Orthopedic Institute of Pennsylvania, providing sports medicine care to many teams throughout central Pennsylvania with 5 convenient locations on the east and west shore. Dr. Robert Thomas is the team physician for the Lower Dauphin Falcons. Call toll-free 800-834-4020.
Just what you want to do. You want to stop the momentum, any momentum that Lower Dauphin might gain with their defense here. You go right out and get a 1st down. You go to one of your speed guys. Now you're going to go to your big power fullback here. Yep. Straight handoff to Connor. That time he fumbled the football. Nope, Strath Haven got it back. He took a wicked shot from, was it Robinson?
It's going to be nearly impossible for Strath Haven to lose this football game if they don't turn it over just because of an 18-point differential. And there it was, 63, the defender.
Cody Zerfas.
Lower Dauphin, Zerfas forces the fumble. This is something Lower Dauphin's been able to utilize all year. They get these fumbles and create turnovers, and then put points on the board with their offense off the turnover.
It's like 2 times at the end of a run that Connor took a heck of a lick. and lost the handle on the football. And that's a pretty strong football player. Play action. Turner looking for a lot here. He's got time. Now he's going to run him, throwing a run. Puts it right on the money. First down for Strath Haven inside the 40.
Outside linebacker Cody Zarfas was stuck in no man's land there. He either has to, you'll see here, on the left-hand side, he either needs to get back underneath the receiver or come up on the quarterback, and the quarterback's starting to roll out. Got it over top of Zarfas, the outside backer. Good pass and catch.
Hey, not bad defense, Coach. I mean, that's just good. That was just good offensive play by Turner, is a real talent. Get him in an offense where he can do some things. I like to see him in the shotgun. This is a handoff to Davis. But like I was saying earlier, Coach Clancy has all kinds of players that can do all kinds of things, but he knows what's going to get him into Hershey in the first week of December.
That's right.
And that's what he sticks with. He's a very disciplined, focused guy. Also a real gentleman in the game.
There you see the lead sweep. The thing about Lower Dauphin's 4-4 defense, and the way to attack a 4-4 defense, 4-4 meaning 4 down linemen and 4 linebackers. Those 2 outside linebackers have to really stop the run and the pass, and you can keep them off balance with a little play action, which is what Strath Haven did 2 plays ago.
Uh-oh, here comes the big guy. Oh, he's going to go for a touchdown. He ran right past everybody. Touchdown, Dan Connor. And Strath Haven and the Panthers are smelling it, that chocolate and that trip back here in 7 days.
Let's put this into perspective. There you see the run again. Nice cutback. Watch the cut here. Beautiful cut by Connor, and his speed takes him the rest of the way. We'll put this in perspective when we come back after this PAT.
Coach, is the setup here now that they might go for it?
Well, they should snap it right now because they're late. You saw Bartaball get the 4th guy over for Lower Dauphin. You got to be careful. If you don't have enough guys over there, they'll take advantage of that. If not, they'll just move over and kick the regular extra point.
14 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's the extra point. And it flutters through, and it's good, and it's 31-6 now.
Let's put this into perspective. The last time Strath Haven has lost a regular season football game was not this year, obviously. They're undefeated. Last year, the only loss they had was in the state championship to West Allegheny. The year before, they won it all undefeated. The year before, they won it all undefeated. You got to go back before these guys were even in high school as you see another play of the touchdown replay here. It's unbelievable, Gordon. This team, these guys, they don't know how to lose football games, aside from last year's state championship game.
The doctors and staff at Kermit and
Strath Haven getting ready to kick off, and just Connor's flirting with a 200-yard game against the Lower Dauphin defense, which has been pretty good in the second half of the season, especially in the playoffs. Chris Donnelly to kick off for the Panthers. 3-step approach, low liner, Fackler inside his 15. Looking to get up that right sideline. He makes his way out to about the 34 where Lower Dauphin starts over with 6 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Down by a whole bushel of points, Coach.
It all goes back to Lower Dauphin's offense not able to get Fackler unleashed. And when he can't get a lot of positive yards running the football, the rest of their offense is really forced to be non-existent with the play action. They almost have to go to the straight rollout or drop back game. And they were able to get some success on it in the third quarter. As we're going to hit the last play of the third quarter, we get trips to the left side for the Falcons.
Well, Lower Dauphin scores on some big plays, and then right back comes Strath Haven in a workmanlike fashion. Black and blue approach. Ooh, a quick out pass to his tailback, Clint Fackler, trying desperately to get the ball in his hands where he can do something with it. Incomplete. 2 seconds.
That's the bubble screen that Lower Dauphin runs on occasion. They've run it more in the latter half of the season, but you really got to work on that play and really practice it and prevent penetration from the outside. And we mentioned it just 2 weeks ago. It's very important that Bartaball, the second receiver in that set, picks up the outside backer coming off the corner. If not, Fackler could get hit just as he catches the football. It could be lights out.
3 wide outs to the left, to the wide side. Ruffner rolling to his left. Nobody's really open. He throws it out here to Fackler, who gets out of bounds. And that's your third quarter. Strath Haven just 12 minutes away from its 4th straight trip to the PIAA state championships. Quarter 3rd down and 2 for Lower Dauphin on its own 43. Ruffner looking again, nobody open again. Now they're all over him, trying to make something happen. Throws across the middle, great catch by Bartable, he dropped it.
Actually, you said nobody open, Gordon. A shame of it was, Albright was open on the slant, but as you see there was pressure. And when a quarterback's under pressure, he's got to step up and try to deliver that football. But when you have a quarterback with the ability of Matt Ruffner, he likes to go out and make something happen. He got the scramble, he found the open receiver. He's just got to try to get that ball up a little bit because Bartable had running room had he been able to stay up and catch the ball and keep his feet.
4th down, and of course the Lower Dauphin has to go for it. This is awfully dangerous. They're on their own 43. Ruffner looks over the defense. This has been a very good defense. 4th and 2. 4 wideouts. He's going to throw on 4th and 2. He's got Fackler for a 1st down. Nice catch, but almost. That defender, that linebacker, stepped back there, almost got a hand on it. That Peck is one heck of a player. There's a top shelf player next year.
Real nice job here, though, on 4th down of Ruffner, biding his time and finding the open receiver. You want to throw that 3-step on rhythm if you can. 1, 2, 3, and throw. But he held it a little bit longer, but was able to find Fackler there on the sidelines.
Why not go right back to it until they defend it? 1st and 10 at the 44. 11:42 in the game, down 4-31-6. A lot of fighting these Falcons. They're not going to go away easy. Here's Ruffner throwing a fade pass. Defense is there, intercepted.
Went with a curl wheel, tried to hit Bartable up the sidelines, but there was no bite on the defense. They're not going to bite on that curl this late in the football game with a 25-point lead.
Again, I mean, Quentin Brown just held his position. He felt comfortable where he was. I mean, they're everywhere. Like, they got 14 guys out there playing defense. Look at this. And there's Connor and Davis there to help out.
Well, they're getting a lot of pressure from their front four. As you saw right there, Ruffner was drilled right as he threw the football. And the front four defense, as well as the linebacking core of the Strath Haven team, have done a great job. I say front four because they've been going to more of a 4-4 look here,
Yeah,
more of a prevent defense, and got out of their 50 look.
That's what they usually play. Now Lower Dauphin's going to have to call a timeout as a player comes on late. Timeout, Lower Dauphin. We'll take a break. 11:33 to go. Panthers in control. Well, Strath Haven just 11 minutes, 33 seconds away from its 4th straight trip here to Hershey. They lost last year to West Allegheny, beat the Indians 2 years before that. Here's Rodney Turner now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a rocket of an arm. And he's got a man out there. What a great catch. What a throw. What a play. Oh, my.
It's a long ball. Fly route right down the right sidelines.
And this is a guy they bring in off the bench. Dave Cotty with a catch. Dave Cotty. And Dave, that's his first play of the game. And he's in there and he makes a great catch. Like, oh, he almost bobbled and kept the concentration out of bounds. And now they got a 1st and 10 at the Lower Dauphin 37. How about the rocket arm that Turner had there?
Look for the lead sweep here. Unbalanced line to the right. They either run the fullback trap or the lead sweep. Here's the lead sweep.
This is Atkinson behind Connor, trying to get out of a shoestring tackle. He gets to about the 30. They're trying to put the nail in the coffin right here. They went for everything on that bomb. Cody. Here's the replay. And there's Connor, and here's the late.
Watch Cody Zarfos, 63 right here. A little bit of a late push, drives his head into the ground, and that's 15. You got to keep your cool. I know it's frustrating. Zarfos is getting replaced right now. He had a heck of a season. You just got to try your best to keep your composure. It's awfully tough. He's a heck of a competitor, as are the rest of these Falcons, but it's tough when you're undefeated and you've played this long without a loss, and then Strath Haven comes in here and really has done everything well, Gordon.
Oh, they've been perfect tonight. Jeez, what a performance. They were a little shaky in the first half last week with Pittston, trailed at halftime, and then torched them for 35 in the 3rd quarter. They haven't stopped since. Here's the handoff to Durnell, who replaced their starting halfback, Lenny Carter, a guy who made our first team All-State, preseason All-State team, the Supreme team. And they move inside about the 10-yard line. There's Grumbine's RV Center. Central Pennsylvania's largest RV dealer, 1-800-272-4786.
There's Coach Page signaling in the defense for the Falcons. Here's a double tight wing set. Counter crisscross.
Davis. Oh, what a move that was. And he's down about the 1. Oh,
late flag.
Let's see what that call is. Watts was out mixing it up with Rodney Turner, the quarterback, Chris Watts. Let's see what the call is. I hope the Falcons.
Here's the quarterback after the handoff. He goes and lead blocks on this reverse. Gives Watts a real nice shot, and then Watts grabs him and throws him to the ground. Which looks like it's probably going to be unsportsmanlike on LD. And we're going to go down and get the call here momentarily. Nice run.
Well, the referee, Kevin McNamara, must have said enough of this mic stuff. He must have clipped it off.
Well, it was unsportsmanlike on Lower Dauphin. There you see it.
And let's see who's injured for Lower Dauphin.
Number 80, Chris Watts, on the unsportsmanlike. He took a shot under the helmet in the chin, and he just reached up and grabbed the quarterback and threw him to the ground.
It looks like Tucker Baumbach, a freshman.
He's the guy that came in to replace Zarfas moments ago.
He must have hurt his right arm. He's a big fella. He goes about 6'3", about 315 pounds. He's got himself a future. 10-11 to go in the game, and Strath Haven trying to put the hammer down here, up 31-6. Turner's under center, tight set. This is Davis. He's stuffed at about the 2. You got to give Lower Dauphin's defense on the goal line has been pretty good tonight.
That's a lead sweep. Giving the ball to the halfback. I'm surprised they're not giving that ball to the big stud fullback Connor on a lead belly. Letting him get the ball right off tackle and use his ability to get in the end zone. There's actually a little bit of a slight loss on the play.
Leading tackler all season long for Lower Dauphin. Espenshade make the tackle there. Brad Espenshade is a senior. A lot of these seniors, this will be their final football game for Lower Dauphin. 2nd and goal to 2, inside to 2.
Same play, same exact play from the same formation, and they're short again.
3rd down and, well, less than a yard. Lower Dauphin trying to put a valiant stand up here. They had 1 goal line stand tonight already.
It was 9 minutes to go in the football game. 31-6 is the lead for Strath Haven. The Power out of District 1 looking to go to their 4th consecutive state championship game.
8:50 to go in the game. Look at that.
Here comes the big man, Gordon. We're going to see the big man here.
You better believe it. And he just storms in for a touchdown. Strath Haven's Dan Connor from 1 yard out. Ooh, and that's that might just be the final candle has been blown out for the Falcons, who had a great run this year. 13-0. They came in as one of only 8 teams that haven't lost a football game all year. 6 at 13-0. Of course, Woodland Hills at 12-0, and St. Joseph Prep, the champion of the Catholic League, was 12-0. Donnelly to try the extra point, 37-6 to score after Connor's touchdown. And they're just going to keep it simple here. Kick is up, and it's good, and Strath Haven with a 38-6 lead, 8:43 to go here at the Hershey Park Stadium. Three touchdowns tonight, and he's been pretty good on defense as well. There's the kickoff. It's going to dribble into the end zone for a touchback. Fackler and Bartaball got a little bit messed up in their singles, but no harm, no foul. There's your Family Athletic Club of Hershey for holiday special, $29.99 per month. That's a great deal. Gift certificates available.
Get in one of those spinning classes or aerobics classes and make it happen.
I think I need to do that, don't you think? 8:48 to go in the football game. It's been all Strath Haven, and Panthers are sitting on top of a 38-6 lead, and really, they've dominated physically, but geez, they've been all over this Lower Dauphin offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going to move the football.
That's a motion to quads. 4 wide receivers. Look for the double pass here. Albright's got it. He's going to go deep to Bartleball.
And it's picked off by Atkinson, who's playing back there about 30 yards deep, center field. He's at the 50. Look at this run by Phil Atkinson. Steps back out to the 45, and down he goes. And now the Falcons are just jumping on top there. They got to be careful. They're going to get slapped with more penalties.
Well, the ball came loose, but it was after he was down. Here you see it. Throw out to the split end. Albright, he's got a slew of blockers in front of him. He's going to go deep, but nobody's biting right now with a 38-6
well, actually,
deficit.
He just threw it behind Bartleball. Bartleball could have kept running in his stride. The ball, he may have been able to get a pass into his hands, but Atkinson's been, when they got up by 24 points, Strath Haven was content to just go ahead and put Atkinson back there and not give the big play away.
Exactly right.
And he's been playing great center field. He scored the first touchdown of the game on the first possession. Rodney.
The big man Connor's out of the football game. I don't think we'll see him again. Sure, they're going to rest him for next week to play the winner of the Hopewell-Perry matchup.
Rodney Turner with the quarterback. I thought he's been superb tonight as well. And there's a guy that doesn't throw the ball a lot, but boy, if he had to, I think they'd be in fine shape.
Well, most of the times that he has thrown the ball, there's Connor. He had a great day's work there. Look at his uniform.
Well, he's a big-time athlete. He and James Bryan out of Reading, the two top linebackers in the state, and they're both juniors, along with Paul Peluzny of Hopewell. And, of course, Hopewell could very well be heading to Hershey to take on this Strath Haven football team. 7:33 to go in the football game, clock running.
The junior, Andrew Jenkins, with the carry again from the fullback position, taking over for Connor, who's gotten the rest of the day off with 7 minutes and 20 seconds and moving.
Jenkins has a little over 200 yards this season rushing the football. So in some of those blowout wins they get down the Central League, he gets some touches. And the thing that's so impressive, and now they're going to bring out Turner and put Atkinson at quarterback.
There's only 7 seconds and moving. They're going to have to hustle here. 4 seconds. They got to get this ball off. I don't think they're going to.
And they didn't. Atkinson did not look for the clock ticking down. They put those 25-second clocks up in the end zone now when you get the playoff time here at Hershey.
Theo's Foods of Hummelstown is your #1 stop for fundraising. Family owned and operated, Theo's offers the highest profits and has a wider variety of products than any other fundraising company. Make Theo's your #1 stop for fundraising. Call us toll-free 800-755-8436.
Great group of people down there at Theo's. Great group. We'll take care of you.
Now, Turner's back in there and he gets sacked.
Penalty.
There's flags everywhere. There's some late hits, and the Falcons just taking out their frustrations now. Turner's sacked there. There's some extracurricular activity back behind him. That was Clint Fackler sacked him from his linebacker spot. Personal foul on Lower Dauphin.
Offsetting. Two, not offsetting. It's 2 on Lower Dauphin, which is going to be a 30-yard penalty.
That's going to move the ball from the 48 of Strath Haven out at third. Put 30 onto that. It looks like he just marked off about a 16-yard penalty there. He's got himself a little messed up on the markings. They put it down to the 21, 22-yard line.
That's where it belongs.
And he got it right. Anyway, the officials mark off 30 yards, 2 unsportsmanlike penalties on the Falcons.
Strath Haven with a whole new group right now, a whole new group of offense. Here you'll see it. Tough to see there.
38-6.
Movement from the left tight end of Strath Haven. Should be a legal procedure. Back it up 5 unless somebody was in the zone for Lower Dauphin prior to that.
Rick Kopic is the new quarterback for the Panthers. Kopic is a 6'1", 170 junior.
Yep, the call did go against Andrew Pluta, backup tight end.
1st and 15 now for the Panthers on the 27. And they start the clock after marking off that penalty. 38-6. Strath Haven in control. Straight ahead to Bumbo and the handoff.
Lower Dolphins got it. Falcon football.
And the Falcons take over the fumble. 6:13 to go, and there's a break for the Falcons. A handoff to Atkinson. He didn't get the handle on it. Those
Fumble the ball on first down. You want to just, Strath Haven's second group, just hold on to the football and try to chew clock. Coach Clancy irritated over there on the sidelines. Now Lower Dolphin gets a shot to try to get more points on the board, but they got to go 71 yards to do it.
But those guys are over there. Hands are cold, feet are cold. They've been there standing on the sidelines the whole game. You can't be surprised that happens. Ruffner's in there, quarterback still for the Falcons. 6:13 to go. Fackler, running room against some New Jerseys. He's got plenty of running room outside the 45. First down, Lower Dauphin.
Coach Clark looking to run Fackler to the tight end side, away from the strength, away from that strong safety. To the tight end side, nice block by his lead fullback, Johnson. Good downfield blocking by Fackler. By the other Fackler, Nate Fackler, that is. And a nice run there by the workhorse.
Well, it's clear that Strath Haven has gone to some backup defensive players right now, but Falcons are pretty much going with their first team offense yet. And the handoff.
That's number 20 for Lower Dauphin, Gordon. Matt Moyer, the backup to Clint Fackler.
5:34 to go here in the football game. Football now resting about the 47-yard line. 2nd and 8 for Lower Dauphin. 13-0. And they were looking to get back to a state championship game. And still, since these games have been here at Hershey Park Stadium, District 3 can't get a team here for a state final. Can't do it.
Never thought about that. They haven't, have they?
Well, it's just it's an issue we talked about on the radio show the other night. Straight back, Ruffner. And again, he doesn't have any time. Now he's going to run on his own, make something happen.
Nice hit.
Jim Rowland came right up and
6'1", 200-pound senior Jimmy Rowland, the inside linebacker, flowed along the line of scrimmage. Actually was dropping for pass and approached the line of scrimmage, made a nice lunging tackle on Matt Ruffner. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 for the Falcons. Clock moving at 4:30.
Panthers are a physical team. They come up and hit you. They come up and block you. They really execute. What an outfit. What a very good football team. Lower Dauphin really has nothing to be ashamed of losing to a team like this. This is the elite of Pennsylvania football, Strath Haven. Ruffner in trouble. Down he goes, but he's close to a first down as the tackler actually threw him forward. He's pretty close.
Once again, not to be redundant, but you'll see 80 coming on the outside here, forcing Ruffner to go up inside and not allow him to get to corner. That's Dave Peck, two-way performer. He's done a great job for Strath Haven.
I'm sure a lot of teams in film session talk about that's what we need to do, but you don't have a Dave Peck at defensive end that can do it.
That's right.
This guy's a special player, and he's going to be the next, he and Connor both will get Division I offers and scholarships next year. There's no doubt about that. There's the handoff to Moyer. He's got a first down inside the 40 to the 35-yard line. Is that Moyer? That was Espenshade, actually. My mistake. I'm sorry. Brad Espenshade carrying the football there, the senior. First down, Lower Dauphin. Clock running, about 3.5 to go in the football game here at Hershey Park Stadium. Got a lot of people to thank for a great season, great run of prime time Saturday night football, and of course prime time playoff football. We followed these Lower Dauphin Falcons throughout the playoffs. Here's one of our major sponsors, make the playoffs happen. And UPS has a great opportunity here, the Earn and Learn program, up to $23,000 towards your college education, or just get some part-time work. Great pay, great benefits. Learn more by calling 986-8551. Looks like people are filing out of Candy Lane now, but I'm sure they had some fun there. And the Panthers have come to Hershey and had a little bit of fun themselves. Clock running, 2nd and 10. Ruffner straight back to throw. Screen pass. This is to Johnson. Steps out of one tackle. There's Rowland going to try to lasso him and bring him down, hog tie him down, and they got a first down at the 21-yard line. Lower Dauphin not giving up, trying to get some points on the board. Down 38-6.
I like what Coach Clancy did, though. Not only did he take his big workhorse out on offense, he's done for the day all around. The last thing you want to do in this, once the game's over, for all intents and purposes, and they're just playing to wind the clock down, don't get one of your big-time players hurt for next week's state title game.
Ruffner short side pitch. This is Fackler picking his way to about the 15-yard lines and out of bounds. Before we're going to have to go over to the Giants Center to catch a Bears game now to smoke clear, then get ready for the PIAA championships, District 3 championships at the new Giants Center this February, March. 534-3911 for ticket information for them Bears.
Saw many a hockey game at the old arena. Can't wait to see this new one. The old Ralph Keller, number 3. Cam Newton, the goalie. A lot of the Snells, a lot of big-time players back in the day. Nicoluk. A lot of good ones from the Hershey Bears, and more to come at the new Giants Center.
Fackler stepped out to stop the clock. Here's the slant to Albright. Catches it at the 5. He keeps his feet, and he's close to the goal line. He gets inside the 2 to the 1, and there's where lowered off. Their time, Coach, the slant worked.
We haven't seen a lot of this. A little quick play action fake and hit Albright in the slant. Really felt Albright and Bartleball needed to get involved in the passing game.
And you know what,
for Lower Dauphin to be successful today, and they just haven't been utilized a whole lot because, hey, let's face it, the ball hasn't been in Lower Dauphin's hands an awful lot due to the fact that Strath Haven's offense was able to do exactly what they wanted to do. Chew clock, move chains, put points on the board, and keep the ball out of Lower Dauphin's hands.
Phil Atkinson, the safety, went off there with it looked like an injured shoulder on that hit. Boy, Strath Haven would not want to lose him for next week. Big injury right there. Johnson lost his three-point stance, and they're going to call him for illegal procedure. But Atkinson and Brown are still in there, those starters, and Atkinson had to go off with an injury.
On this slant pass, you got to do a great job of getting the defender's arms down. They're driving. Nobody can get their hand in the passing lane. Nice pass and catch on the little play action fake quickly, and then the quick slant from Ruffner to Albright. Here comes a little play action. Probably going to fake the ball here on first and goal. Look for the tight end or the back out. They're going to hit the back out.
Oh, couldn't hold it. Looked like Bartleball couldn't get his hands. Got his hands on it, but didn't have to stick him where he needed it. Couldn't grab it and hold it.
We saw that today from an Arizona State receiver in the end zone in the first half. Wide open, took his eyes off it and dropped it in the Arizona State game, one of those big rivalry games. Four big college games a day, a bunch on Saturday as college football winds down.
38-6 with 1:11 to go. The Falcons have a second and goal now on the 6-yard line after a penalty and a drop pass. Ruffner, I think he's going to pitch it to Falcons. He's going to roll to the short side. He's getting pressure. He's going to throw back the other way. Scott Watts, touchdown.
Real nice, great execution there on that play.
Does that play always work, or does it always work?
To the wide side of field, the right tight end, Chris Watts, drags, deep drag to the back far corner of the end zone, almost getting hit. Was Ruffner, got rid of the ball. Nice arm strength there to get the ball to Chris Watts. These guys have had a heck of a football season. Nothing to hang their heads about. I'm sure they're very disappointed that their season's going to end with a 13-1 record. They went up against a tremendous football team at Strath Haven.
That was Watts' 4th touchdown catch of the season.
Look at the view there we get on the screen from the end zone, right at the scoreboard as the kick goes through.
Kick is good. 38-13 now as Lower Dauphin finally gets on the board here in the second half. Falcons a kick off. I wonder if they'll try an onside, or I pretty much doubt it. They'll just boot it down here and see what happens. That's what they do. Davis is there, and he goes back and catches it Willie Mays style to 10. He's going to run great speed. He's a little guy. He's tough to get a crack at. He's out over the 20.
The Orthopedic Institute of Pennsylvania, providing sports medicine care to many teams throughout central Pennsylvania with 5 convenient locations on the east and west shore. Dr. Robert Thomas is the team physician for the Lower Dauphin Falcons. Call toll-free 800-834-4020.
Yeah, there's Rob Clark. What a great job. If he's not Coach of the Year, I don't know who is, at least in central Pennsylvania. What a job he's done.
About it. Tremendous job. Saw the disappointment on his face. Never like to lose. And competitors don't like to lose, and this is a tough situation, but still, nonetheless, a few weeks from now, they'll look back, a few months from now, they'll look back and be very proud of a tremendous season.
Well, Atkinson rumbles for a first down, and that's just been the story of this game tonight. Andrew Jenkins rumbles for a first down. The clock's going to run down here. Lower Dauphin with a great season. They'll finish 13-1. Played a lot of emotion. Their former teammate Casey Coons killed in a car accident back in the spring, and it's really brought this team together. And you see this game is so emotional, and any kind of emotional energy that you can generate.
There was a shot at Nate Fackler on the sidelines, one of the linemen,
and that should do it. They're not going to have to snap it again. Strath Haven. And look at the Lower Dauphin fans come to their feet to congratulate their teams on a great season. The Falcons, no one would have thought that the last team from District 3 to be alive and get to an Eastern Final would be the Falcons. A tremendous win over Manheim Central in the final play of the game, and then impressive until they ran into a juggernaut. Strath Haven wants to win a state championship, and they sure look like a team that's going to be very tough to beat no matter who gets here from the West. Final score, 38-13.
The Warwick Restaurant.
Well, I'll be back here, not with us tonight. He's on the radio side. Rick Liner now has Coach Clark.
Yeah, I got a couple men, man. That's a quality football team. Our kids gave it a good shot, but you can't dig your way out of that hole.
It seemed like their offensive line was just so big and so strong. Was that the difference?
Yeah, we were getting handled actually on both sides of the ball. And that's good for our program. We need to get to that level. So that's good for the younger kids to see that.
13-1. Really, in the preseason, nobody felt you would be that good. Is it a surprise for you? It's just got to be sweet.
Oh, this is a surprise. And again, it's not the way we wanted it to end, but you know what? That's a fantastic season. And even the kids, they're disappointed, but they're smiling because they're saying, hey, this was a great season. So we go after the next step next year.
I heard you saying take a week off, then back to the weight room. You're